going to mess up again, isn't it? As per usual. Anyway, good evening, everyone, and welcome to WNR race number 4 in the championship. We are in España today. Sure, it's going to be a good one. Hopefully we can keep up the good form what we've had lately. Just going to send everyone a spare invite. Oh, I need to send spare invite to Dylan, Tommy, and Vintage. There we go. Just wait till 8:15 so we can ready up, so I can get these spare invites out, and then we're all good to go. Young Tommy, Idelano. There they are, Vintage. They have got their invites as well. Brilliant, everyone should have plenty of invites now. So yeah, we've got 3 reserves in. Wood's saying that he's going to be late because of a car problem. 1 reserve, Curly Red, just decided he can't race now. And then we've had Brandon saying he's got internet problems, which we did know about anyway. We thought that was going to happen. He let us know of that in advance. Not quite sure who's left now. It's a Renault. Young Tommy's left. I'm not sure if he's gone to grab his setup. Yeah, people are saying they can't see anyone. Not quite sure what that's about. We can see everyone, can't we? But we'll invite young Tommy again. And as soon as it gets to 8:15, we will be good to go. I think he's closed his game. Gonna go again. Yeah, his game's crashed, so we'll just wait for young Tommy to join. By the time he's back in, we'll probably have somebody else ended up having to leaving the session, but we'll roll with it. Everyone's got plenty of spare invites. Stream up. Evening Sloth, evening Vintage, evening Theo in the comments. Good to see you all. Right, young Tommy is now in, and I'll tell you what, it's 8:14, but let's go, everyone. Ready up. Just quickly before someone else gets kicked out of the session for whatever reason. Let's get readied up, and we can get this thing started. We're good, thanks Theo. For the moments. Not quite sure what he's on about. As usual, in the comments. So yeah, we've been through the grid already. We've got 17 races today. We've got Dylan reserving for Vice Sheng, who's late to vote. We've got Vintage reserving for Brandon, who's backed out late due to internet problems. And young Tommy's reserving for Woods, who's not going to make it in time, unfortunately. So yeah, this is why we do. Again, this is why we use our new system as it is. Make sure everyone's in the lobby 5 minutes early. So then we've got that few minutes to not only get the stream started, but to sort out the reserves for 8:15 so we can get started bang on time yet again. Love it. Good luck, Serious Mushroom saying. Good luck to Serious Mushroom tomorrow. He'll be racing the Premier League tomorrow. Don't think he had the best of weeks last week. I think he finished in 11th in the end. So for once he was outside the points, but anyway, this is a championship. And we'll see what the weather does. It was all dry, I believe, in League One. I can never manage to get to watch too much of the League One streams. I'm, well, unable to, but hopefully. I wouldn't mind seeing some wet air. Look at this. It is beautiful. Beautiful and sunny in Barcelona, isn't it? Quickly check Justin. We've got Justin with us in the commentary box. Otherwise known as Jay Bradfield. He's got some funny nicknames in the Discord as well.
Yeah,
what does the weather say for the race?
Oh, really? Do you want me to have a look?
I do, yeah. Go on.
Hold on, just waiting a minute.
Oh, Serious Mushroom said he was sick last week. I think, what race was it last week? It was Bahrain, wasn't it? Yeah, it was Bahrain. Remember that safety car?
Well, it's got qualifying 1, 5:10. Race is dry, qualifying is dry. It's got
there we go then. It's a dry yet again.
100%. I'm looking at it.
Wow. All going to be dry. We've not had any rain in any of the WNR races so far this season. And this is
good.
See, week number 4, and this is the 11th race of the season in all leagues, and not a single drop of rain. So might be due tomorrow for the Premier League. And we finally got a couple of cars going on the track. But yeah, bought a time. It's usually about 50 seconds.
Let's have a look. We are on 17:07.
There we go. So we're 37 seconds ahead. Yeah, rain's waiting for us, saying Serious Mushroom in the comments. I believe so. I'd be surprised if we go 12 without rain. But there you go. It's just not sure how the game does it. It's just completely random, isn't it? There's always a small percent chance of it. Not tonight though. Good to welcome back Cal Cohen tonight in the Alpha Tauri, and DT Bevs in the Ferrari. You can see them in the pit lane now. They've not raced the last couple of weeks. It'll be good to see what they can do. So the last couple of weeks have been incredibly good races. We've had just one DNF, and that was someone retiring the pits last week. Didn't have many safety cars either. I don't think we've had any safety cars, have we? I'm not sure if we did in the Premier League last week, did we? But none for 2 weeks, I don't think. But yeah, this championship has got off to a fantastic start to the season. We're going to go on board with the Williams. I think that's Ayrton who's going to be first to start a lap, and he's on the soft tyres, as most drivers you'd think would go out on. And we'll quickly have a look in the standings. Well, there's not too much going on. Cars just on their out lap. We'll go on board with Ayrton at the same time. So the standings after 3 races. Well, I was about to say Denzo's in the lead, and I realise I'm clearly looking at the wrong standings. Calls for him to come into reserve, weren't there? Yeah, he's very quick out, isn't he? And we're on board with him here. He's got to be careful to clip these curbs. We'll go on board with a whole lap with someone soon. Let's quickly go for the standings. So Liam with 53, the Parks with 45, Sloth with 40, Argentina 35, and then it's McKenty 26, Brentbo 22, Vice Sheng 21. So the top 7 all pretty close. The only drivers yet to score are Brandon and DT Bevs. Obviously we mentioned DT Bevs has been unable to race the last couple of weeks, so we'll be looking to get some. And Alpha Fox and Calcone both on -2, so it'll be good to them to get some points soon.
Nice tidy lap there from Ayrton so far.
It has been a good lap, yeah, absolutely. Are you staying in the pits till towards the end?
Oh, give it. Yeah, I'll try and get try and do a banker lap if I can, just in case something goes wrong.
Oh, Ayrton spun a bit there, hasn't he? He's got a lot of wheel spin. Almost thought he was going to come into the pits then. The car wanted to come into the pits. He crosses the line. First time's a 1:16.7 from Ayrton. Right, next up's going to be the Red Bull of Adam. And Adam goes 5 tenths quicker. Good lap there from Adam. Those two are battling towards the bottom for points next at the moment. And Cal Cohen goes P1. Not by too much over Adam. Good time there from Adam. DJ Geordie's next, as Bradfield said. He only just gets ahead of Ayrton. So good lap there from Adam we've seen so far. And he got a couple of points last week as well, which he'll be happy about. Got off the mark. Alpha Fox is going to be next. Pretty sure this is a slow lap.
It's a good lap.
Yeah, I think this is a slow... Oh no, it's not a slow lap at all from Alpha Fox. He crossed the line and he's... Yeah, he was a second slower than Ayrton. And Theo only in the 1:17s as well. So Theo and the Alpha Fox a bit slow early on. DT Bev's going to be next. Let's see what sort of pace he can do. Absolutely nothing, because he's invalidated. Oh, he's invalidated Lissan next lap as well. Such a shame there for DT Bev's. Just annoying that happens. Young Tommy's going on the mediums. Not quite sure why he's doing that. Next up we've got an Alfa Romeo and it's Vintage just on an out lap. No, it's not. It's the Parks on an out lap. There you go. He's now starting his lap. And then got Ferrari of Welsh Maldonado. If you don't recognise who that is Rentbo. She's had her 18th birthday and she's changed her name. And I think we just see Cryptic Alibi across the line to start a lap, and now we see ALR Vintage do the same. Dylan's now starting his lap too. We'll go on board with Dylan. Let's take you through his lap, and then we'll go for the constructor standings. Yeah, get as wide as you can here. So you can swoop back in, go over that curb. You don't want to touch this curb. You're going to go flying into the wall, and he avoids it. You want to swing back in, touch the curb here, stay 4 wheels on the track, and he's done that perfectly there, Dylan. Now you go off, go wide, and swoop back in. Could have gone a bit close to the curb there. As long as he stays off this gravel bit, this grass bit, it's difficult to avoid it, as we've just seen. Quite sure what we've seen. Adam's crashed. What's happened there? He's crashed out on the track, and he must have crashed on the track. It says his car's in the pits. Still on board with Dylan here in the Red Bull. Open to DRS, but he's put him down to 15th, so that means he's going to be going out, Adam.
Unlucky, mate.
He must have crashed on the
Did he
track.
lose a wheel, or did he?
We're not sure. Vintage has got to get out of the way here. Oh, I think he's on a lap himself, but he's held up Dylan there, unfortunately. Hopefully at least give him a tow down the straight as we see Lepark go P1 for 1:15.3. Incredible lap. And Cryptic's up to P4. Good to see there from Cryptic. Dylan's only up to P6. I think he was held up by Vintage a bit there. We're about to see McLaren across the line.
Well, I'm going to go out.
His lap. The other McLaren with Liam's about to finish his lap. Yeah, I got it the right way around. Wow. So in terms of constructors, he crashed in the pits. That's why Adam's car was in the pits. He crashed coming into the pits. So Adam's going to... We're just saying, really good lap. He'd be third at the moment. Well, he'd still be third. His lap was quicker than Liam. It was a really good lap from Adam. He'd probably get through and actually start in 15th. So such a shame there for Adam, because he really looked like he had some decent pace. McLaren lead in the constructors with 79.45, then down to Alfa Romeo and Williams 42. So McLaren really looking strong with his partnership of Liam and McKenty. Had a bit of an incident last week in Bahrain though, so they need to maybe watch out for each other today. They'll probably cost each other some points, and that could be even further. They just need to avoid any incidents from now on. It was a very close one. It was completely accidental, as we know, but that's going to cost some points. We saw it with Jake the Slayer and Nunda last year in the Ferrari. Alpha Tauri bottom of the stands, only 2 points, which Bradfield scored, and obviously Cal Cohen's not been racing. We know he's on minus points, but we don't take that into constructors as well. And Theo saying he's got 3 tyres because he's got Q2 ban. Yeah, of course Theo's got Q2 ban. Couldn't race last week as he was late, but he has got a Q2 ban carried over from the week before, so he's got to serve that today. Don't know why we're still going around with Liam. He's invalidated his lap. He's up in P4. McKenty went up into P2, and I was talking so much nonsense I completely forgot to follow the racing then. Alpha Tauri, I'm not quite sure who that is. That's Bradfield. He's about to come and start his lap. Liam's going for another lap, so he's just saving up fuel on that one. So we've got Bradfield on a lap. Vintage is P13 for 1:18.9. Argentina's got to P5. We haven't seen that. Yeah, so I think it's just Bradfield on a lap, so we'll go on board with Bradfield through his lap. Young Tommy forgot that we do full quali here, and that's why he was on the mediums. Of course, he's just come from a League 1 race where he raced absolutely fantastically from what I saw from the result. And yeah, obviously they do short quali, so that's why young Tommy's on the mediums. Did he set that time on the mediums? 1:17.0. Yeah, he did. It's a fantastic that for mediums, mind you. He's quicker than a few of the championship drivers on the mediums. Wow, really good lap there. Impressive from young Tommy. Yeah, Tommy and Dylan and Vintage, we know we can trust them for racing cleanly. So that's why they're reserving. They've got some decent pace as well for the championship. Could have qualified top 10, I've been saying absolutely. Of course, there's no pressure on him in the race now. At least he can look forward, and hopefully he will be starting 15th at least. That's one good thing for him to take out of it. As we go on board with Bradfield as he comes through the final list, but you want to avoid that yellow curb, and he's avoided too much on the final one, and he's gone. Oh, how is he not invalidated there? I think he backed off quite a bit. Anyway, Bradfield now crosses the line, and it's P5. He's just behind his teammate Cal Cohen in P4. Alpha Tauri bottom in the standings, P4 and P5 at the moment. They're looking pretty strong. And Adam would be P6. He'd be ahead of Argentina, Julie, Cryptic Alibi, Ayrton, if he didn't crash. Anyway, we've got Shadows, DT Bevs, Jake the Slayer and Sloth now on that. First one's going to be... Oh, Sloth's invalidated, unfortunately. Shadows is going to cross the line. No, he's not. That's his teammate. Young Tommy starting his lap on the softs. DT Bevs, he's invalidated again, unfortunately. So he's going to come in the pits now. Not looking too good for him. As we know, Sloth's invalidated. Next up, Jake the Slayer. He's invalidated as well. Not sure what's going on there. Lots of invalidations, aren't there, here? It's one of those tracks where I think a lot of the invalidations come from going 4 wheels off the track, going wide. Jake the Slayer's taking a funny line there. I think it's just getting out of the way. My time is so bad, saying Cryptic. Oh, I don't think it is. Head of Ayrton, head of Dylan, head of Tommy, head of Theo, head of Alpha Fox and Vintage, and obviously, you know, could get him through that time. Jake the Slayer then starting the lap. Sloth's going again, starting another lap. Shadows is now going through sector 3, so we'll go on board with him. I think he's going to be next to set their time. Vintage is now coming the pits and the McLaren. I think that's Liam. Oh, Liam went up to P2, 1:15.6. I think that was on his third lap as well. Good lap there. Back on board with Shadows, and he's about to cross the line. Shadows goes up to P9. He's always better in the race than qualifying. Shadows. He's always performing in the races. A bit like me. Well, I don't perform in the races. I was saying this the other day. People discussing whether they're good at quali or good in the race, and I'm good at neither. Young Tommy, P3 for young Tommy on the soft tyres. Incredible lap there. Really good from the League One reserve. I think that Williams is that Williams coming the pits? Yeah, the Williams in front's coming the pits. This Williams is I Am Sloth. You know, he won in Vietnam, and last week he had that battle, didn't he, with Vice Sheng. Sloth crosses the line, and he's up to P2, 1:15.60. He won't have that battle with Vice Sheng this week because he is not here, of course. Next up, then, I think, is that Cal Coburn going? Cal Coburn's going for another lap on the same set of soft tyres. Is that Jake the Slayer next? It is Jake the Slayer on his second lap on these softs. What can Jake do? DRS open, and he's up to P6. Good lap there from Jake the Slayer. Brent Bowe's invalidated again, so she's coming in the pits. And two cars haven't set a time yet with 6 minutes left. And both cars are the Ferraris. DT Bevs and Welsh Maldonado, aka Rempo, are both in the pits without a time on the board.
So great lap.
Need to get one on there. And yeah, that was, as I mentioned, brilliant lap there from the Parker. And Sloth and Liam as well. Liam set that time on 3 lap old softs. Actually, he's going best. Yeah, he did. Brilliant lap. Top 5, impressive, really are. Spain can just flip off, saying Becca Jones in the comment, who is Welsh Maldonado. Yeah, I think she wanted to use slightly stronger language and flip off there, but fair play to her for keeping it clean in the comments. What's going on the track? And not too much this time in the session really, is there? It's mainly just saving up for cars having their final run. We've got a spinner, and it's the Alpha Fox. I think he's just spun and hit that curb there, hasn't he? He's got it going. No, he's not got any. He has got damage. He's hit against the wall, obviously, somewhere. Is the Alpha Fox in trouble then? Needs to start to get some points on the board. It's such a competitive field, so points on the board early do matter. I'm saying this to Theo, the 6 points he got in Australia. Yeah, tyre way around here. We saw sweet MJP on his debut in League One get a puncture after 9 laps on the soft in the race. Did do a couple of laps on them in quali though.
I'm confident that will get me through, but you never know.
Oh, you don't look who's behind you. Argentina. Julie, Dylan, Cryptic, Shadows there, and they can all improve. DT Bevs and Remper have not even set laps yet. So, I wouldn't say you're safely through.
Yeah, no,
I'd guess you're through.
I'd
guess you're through at that time, because it's 3 attempts clear of 9th, but I would not...
It's a worry though, isn't it?
Absolutely would not say you're safely through there. Both Ferraris on outlaps now.
I'll just get a set of fresh softs ready. I don't really particularly want to use them, but the used ones aren't going to do me any good.
Of course, something else I should mention as well is that we're on board with Welsh Maldonado here. She has got a 5-second penalty, which will be added to her time today after the incident involving Dylan last week, who was also reserving last week. He was her teammate last week, and she impeded him on a hot lap in qualifying, which she put her hands up for, fair enough. So she has got 5 seconds to be added to her race time today. Sloth's retired in the pits, he's safely through. Well, you'd think so anyway, wouldn't you? On board with DC Bevs now.
There,
The setup is just too good, saying young Tommy. I'm not quite sure he's... Oh, Jake the Slayer gave Tommy his setup. Oh, I might have to nick that when I do Spain in a few weeks. Cal Cohen's gone up to P4, by the way, 1:15.7 on 3 lap old softs. I think the track must be getting quicker. Great lap there. Theo in 17th. And he's invalidated his time, so he might have time to come in the pits. Be a bit of a risk, though. Should be alright. Anyway, DT Bevs up to P9. He's got more pace than that, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, he's up to P9, so that might help Bradfield and make his decision to stay in the pits then. His teammate then, Welsh Maldonado in P20.
I'm gonna stay in. I'm gonna risk it staying.
I'm gonna risk it then. Oh, and Rempo's gone off the track. Went too wide there and went into the gravel. She's not going to have time to come back in the pits and change her tyres, so I think she's now just going to have to save up on this lap and have one more go at it. She's down in P20, she's in big trouble. Surely this lap's not going to be quick enough to get her through, especially with going off into the gravel, and she's invalidated it now. And she's coming in the pits as well, so that's it. Rempo's out. Oh no, of course yeah, I keep forgetting we're about 35 seconds behind, so she was obviously racing to get in the pit, so she should have enough time to change her tyres. It'd be really risky though. Vintage is out on the track as well. He's had an off somewhere, he's invalidated. Theo's on the track again now, and he's up. Although he needs to find more time than that if he's to get through sector 3. Alpha Fox on out lap. Ayrton's the other driver currently out. He's now coming out of the pits. Let's have a look at Rempo then. She's not even in the garage yet. Oh, she's got wing damage too. Not quite sure what happened there. So it's on 118 for us. I think we're 37 seconds behind. So it's probably now on 150. She's got to be out within the next 20 seconds or so. Jake to say 7th, yes. I'd think. Oh, and Shadows goes up to P8. I think the top 10 will be safe. Theo went up to P11 then. So Argentina, he's still in the pits. I think he come out any second now. Dylan's coming out right now. Argentina could be in trouble there. Cryptic Alibi drops into the drop zone. He's now saving up to have his final attempt. Here he goes then. Alpha Fox on a lap as well, and he's half a second up then as well. He needs to find time, and he's finding a lot of it. Oh, he's dropped. Oh, he's now dropped time apparently, according to this. Vintage is in the pits, then so he's done. And there we go. Rempo's now coming out of the pits. And she's slowed down as well. I think she knows she's too late and thinks she's going to be starting last. What's the time say for you?
51 seconds.
Absolutely no way she's going to make it round. She's going to be starting last. Vintage is going to be starting 19th.
Not a bad thing, you know.
It's not always a bad thing. Alpha Fox is down now on his time, unfortunately. It doesn't look like he's going to be getting through. Checkered flag is out then, of course. We know we are slightly behind, so it should still be about 32 seconds to the checkered flag, roughly. Let's see if Alpha Fox can improve, and we've got two cars in front coming in the pits. Cryptic Alibi's on a lap as well. He's up. He's going to be next car. DRS open for Alpha Fox. He doesn't improve his time. Alpha Fox is going to be out. Start down in P18, you'd think, unless he goes again on this lap. Ayrton's invalidated his time, so Ayrton is going to be out then in Q1. Cryptic Alibi is now about to come across the line. He's 7 tenths up nearly. Let's see what Cryptic can do. Crosses the line up to P4 for Cryptic Alibi. Fantastic lap. So he said he did a bad lap earlier. I didn't think it was. He's obviously been hiding away some pace. And Dylan's crossed the line. Dylan's out in P16, unfortunately. We know Ayrton's out. So there we go. That's the bottom 5 done. Bottom 6 done even. Julie in Argentina, safety through. Argentina did well to stay in the pits then. So there we go. Welsh Maldonado's going to be starting last. Fortunately didn't get a time set. I'm not quite sure what was going on there. We know why she had to pit for wing damage, but she left it too late, unfortunately. Vintage in P19, 118.2. Alpha Fox 117.1, starting 18th. Ayrton in 17th. Dylan getting knocked out in P16. And of course, the other Red Bull of Adam is going to be starting in P15 after he crashed out and hit a bin. With that lap, it'd have been safety through in P11 as well. That really will be annoying him. So Theo's got a Q2 ban as well, so he's going to be starting in P14. So you've only got another 3 cars to be going out in Q2. So some of these drivers might fancy their chances of getting through to Q3. Nice Cryptic saying serious mushroom.
Tough league though, isn't it?
It is so close. You don't know who's going to win. I mean, there's so many different drivers that can win this. Leparc, Sloth, Liam. We've seen pace from, I think Cal Cohen reserved a race last year and won. Ayrton won a race last year. Julie did towards the end. Argentina would have been the champion if he could turn up the last few races. DT Bev second in League One last year. Of course, there's so many. Unbelievable amount. And all it takes is a couple of times not to show up to a race, and that could be your season done. Unless you have a couple of really good races. That's why it's important today that DT Bevs can get some points on the board. Not even mentioned last week's winner, Vice Sheng, have we? Madness. And there's Jake the Slayer and Cryptic, consistent as well. If I've missed anyone, McKenty as well. Shadders. I would meant you. Nah, not you. Absolute madness. There we go. Confirmation of 6 cars going out. So both Red Bulls going to be out. Such a shame that Adam crashed. Dylan then reserving. Hopefully he can get some points in the Red Bull. And the Alpha Fox, Ayrton, Vintage. No big surprises there. They usually are towards the back, but obviously big surprise at Welsh Maldonado. First race as an 18-year-old in WNR. He's out. Couldn't set a lap. Thought that was meant to bring you luck when it's your birthday. Clearly not. She says she's going for drive of the day. Well, I'm gonna have to. But absolutely anything possible in the race. We saw that well over the last couple of weeks, haven't we? Can all change in a blink of an eye. So now, yeah, I think if one stop's good here, hard, medium, or medium, hard, obviously you go through to the top 10. If you're starting on softs here, you're almost committing to a two-stopper. Liam's put the wets on. He did this last week. He put the wets on in Q2s, didn't he? Messing about, making me think it was raining. Not falling for it this time. So only 3 cars going to go out then. So it will give cars more of an opportunity to go through on the mediums.
Yeah, I'm going to give it till 6-7 minutes, depending on how many people on the track to track evolution. So hopefully I can get a bit of pace on there.
Absolutely, yeah. McKenty and Liam both. They did this last week, both McLarens, trying to wind us up. Gonna have to do a medium hard, saying Adam. Personally, I'd start on the hards. I think they're a good race tyre. I saw a couple of people in League One in the race.
If you're at the back, hards are the best. Like I said, we watched the League One race.
I think Hugh Janus, he started P20 in League One on the hard tyres. He raced through the field.
Had a few incidents in quality, yeah. But he managed to P4, was it?
He finished P4, yeah. He started on hards, put mediums on lap 20, and you know, as long as you stay out of trouble on hards, they're a good race tyre here. I would start on the hards. I'd say this quite a lot, but they're a brilliant race tyre here, and he gives you the advantage at the end as well.
Yeah, because the softs and mediums go straight off after a while, don't they? Especially 12, 13 laps on the softs. They're dead, aren't they?
Well, 9 laps it took until Sweet MJP got a puncture.
Yeah, but he done 3 laps in the quali, didn't he? He done 3 laps.
12 laps, yeah, 12 laps and they're punctured. Yeah. So you don't want to be going any more than 10 laps on the softs here. Absolutely no way.
But I'm quite happy to be P11, P12. I'll go straight on the hards.
Anyway, young Tommy's down the lap, and now he's using his mediums after he's realised it's not short quali. And Adam's saying he's starting on the hards now. Brilliant. There we go. Adam, if you spin lap 1 because you've not got enough grip, do not blame us. But yeah, if you set out, have a watch of the League One race. Have a flick through Hugh Janus' race. Obviously not all of it.
Look at the strategies of them. The hards at the back.
He works so well. And then there were cars at the front. I think it was Bazman. He started in P3 and he finished P3 and he was battling with Hugh Janus the whole race. Even though he's a top driver, Baz, just because he went for a 2-stop. It just didn't work so much around here. Anyway, enough about strategy. We've got cars on the track. Young Tommy first to set a lap. Well, it looks fit. We've only got 1 car on the softs on their out lap, and that's DT Bevs and Shadows both on the softs.
Right.
Young Tommy then DRS open, comes across the line, and he goes
P1,
lap. Of course, 1.7.0. Next is going to be his teammate Shadows. Shadows is on the softs, yeah, so Shadows and DT Bevs committing to the soft tyres then. Might just go on softs, so I can say I made it to Q3 for once in the same cryptic. Shadows is backed off in his lap.
Yeah.
So I think he's thinking mediums now as well. See what DT Bev's doing on his lap. We've actually got other cars on their lap. In between that, Geordie's on his lap next.
He's on the softs as well, isn't he?
Yeah, DT Bevs is. I'm not sure if he's going to back it up or not. Those yellow curves here are horrible. If you hit too much of them, you're going to go flying. Geordie's done really well there through that tight sector 3. 3 little chicanes. DJ Geordie crosses the line and he... Oh, look how close that is between him and young Tommy. He's just a bit slower. And Cal Cohen does a 1.16.0 on the medium. That's an incredible lap.
Great lap.
Second quicker than young Tommy.
That's brilliant.
DT Bevs to see if he goes for it on the softs then. Might be a bit rusty. DT Bevs hasn't raced too much as of late. So he had a fantastic last season in League One, so we know he's capable and he's got to go for this lap as well. So he's going to be starting on the softs, crosses the line, and it's a 1.16.3. So yeah, he's 3/10 slower than Cal Cohen.
A bit rusty there, I think. I think you might be right there, Jake.
Faster tyre. We've now got Liam on his out lap, and we've got the Parks on their out laps. Liam's about to start his lap. Only 2 cars on an outlap at the moment. The rest are in the pits. So we'll go on board with Liam and we'll have a look at his lap. Yeah, Theo's only starting P14. Absolutely, yeah. A bonus for him that Adam crashed out because it's giving him an extra place. Oh, Liam got close to that curb there. You want to get closer to this one. That's much better. Fantastic there from Liam. Great line he's taken. Clip this curb here, ride this apex, swoop back in. It's looking tidy. My mistake always here. I always end up on that bit of grass. I end up swinging it. Yellow flags just for a car coming to the pits. Hopefully he doesn't do what Adam did. Coming to the pits.
Gone
I always invalidate there where Liam nearly went 4 wheels over. And the other place I'm invalidated is this right hand side curb here. I go 4 wheels off, hardly 4 wheels off, and it says I'm invalidated. Big spin place here. You might see a big crash there in the race. Cars flying it around flat out and they go flying into the wall sometimes, especially a low grip on the tyres. Don't think we saw it once in League 1 though. Nice little clip of that curb. Here you want to go. Well, Liam's completely avoided that curb. Personally, I bounce over it. Well, there's a chance you can go flying into the gravel then. Really tidy lap this from Liam. Oh, he's gone a little bit wide there. He's had to go back in.
Horrible
He's made up for it though.
Horrible. I hate
really
it.
is. Yeah, it's a really tidy lap from Liam, apart from going a little bit wide and won the last little chicanes. It's a 1:16.3. He's just a few tenths off Cal Cohen on the medium tyres, 7 tenths quicker than Tommy, 8 tenths quicker than Julie. Looking good there for Liam. And you'd have to say Tommy and Julie probably have to turn to the softs if they want to get through. However, only 6 cars have set their times. This is the thing that I hate to see about Q2, is that this game, for some reason, we follow Leparter. He's about to cross the line. He won for Leparter, just quicker than Cal Cohen. Cal Cohen's actually on another lap, I think, and he's up. Not sure he's going for another one, because obviously he's going to be starting on these tyres if this is what he goes through on. And he's invalidated his time anyway, so waste of tyre wear there. So anyway, yeah, as we, is what we're saying. What ruins it? Adam might have clipped that little curb bit that's sticking out there, and he might have done that. So I mean, I'm not actually got anyone on lap. Sloth's now going to start a lap. We're going to go on board with him. That will show overhead view. Is that obviously only gives you 1 set of medium tyres for qualifying, so that's why a lot of cars just sit in the pits and wait until the end. Because if you use your mediums now and go out straight away, and you're committed to starting on mediums, if you want to do a second run in the session, you're going to take more tyre wear away from your race. And of course, you want to leave your fresh mediums as long as you can for the track to get better. And to everlate more, whatever the word is. So that's why I think that's why we're seeing Bradfield, Cryptic Alibi, and McKenty's now out. Leave it later.
Yeah, definitely.
You definitely need, if you stick on a harder selection of compound, to show up with 2 mediums. And oh, I am Sloth. We said we'll see someone lose it there, and he very nearly did. He invalidated his lap, but he held on to his 4 wheels at least. Some consolation there for him, and he'll save up, I think, and I think he'll go again. Yeah, it's him building up his ERS again now. Notification from Curry's. Go away. Got the tyre fans on me saying cryptic. Yeah, Sloth's really backing off now, just trying to save up as much ERS as possible. And now he's going to go again. Jake the Slayer's on a lap just behind him, and he's invalidated again as well. DT Bev's on an outlap. And he is now going on the mediums, but he thinks he can improve on that soft time with medium tyres now. All or nothing. Well, he's got nothing to lose here. Might as well go for it. Let's see if he can do it. It'll be really tough ask if he can. Anyway, about to see Shadders cross the line just to start his lap. So we've got Jake the Slayer now starting another lap. Sloth's on another lap too. Just finished sector 1. McKenty's about to start a lap. Argentina's about to finish a lap. Let's see what Argentina can do. Open to DRS, crosses the line. Argentina, it's P5, so he's 6.5 tenths, nearly 7 tenths off the departure in P1. So our League 1 champion looking really good. He's had a couple of incidents apart from unfortunately. I think he spun one race. Yeah, I think he spun in Vietnam as well. I think he dropped down in Bahrain last week as well, but he still managed to finish, I think, 3rd and 4th in those races. So we're really yet to see the very best from Leparter, and he's still right up there in the standings. So I definitely think Leparter is due a race win, or some good luck anyway. And that we've just seen, I think that's McKenty in the gravel. I'm not quite sure where he's gone wrong. Like that's somewhere I said if I go wide and I touch the grass and end up in the gravel. So I think McKenty might have done the same thing there. Shows we're all human. So McKenty's going to have to call those tyres down. Got yellow flag behind. Jake the Slayer's gone up to... What?
That's a fantastic lap. I told you it's quick. See it this time, Charles.
Jake the Slayer's got to P1, his second lap
He's
on
not
mediums.
slow on this track.
Over 2 tenths quicker than the Parkter. Wonder who he's given his controller to today. Anyway, McKenty. He's slow. You know, I think he's going to go again, McKenty. He'll have time to then come in and put the softs on if he needs to, or is he? No, he's coming in the pits. Yeah, he's not going to risk it. I think he's going to go to the softs now. Sloth's in the pits as well still. Bradfield's in the pits. I think he's just going to do one run on the mediums because after, like we've said, he does not want to start on the softs, so he's just going to go for one lap on the mediums. At worst, he can start 13th. So I'm sure Bradfield would take 13th over 7th or 8th on the softs. And I'd rather start 12th or 13th than 7th or 8th on softs. Cryptic Alibi then. He looked pacey in Q1 as well, didn't he? See what he can do. Didn't know Jake knew Emerson. No, I didn't either, Serious Mushroom. That's exactly what I was about to say, something like that. I
was going to say something like that.
Yeah, I was. I thought, what should I say? He's obviously rung him up. Got him round. I don't know how they're going to do it. He must have just given him his PSN details, because obviously you're not allowed to mix households at the moment, so Jake the Slayer's got to be careful before he gets police after him. I think Shadows is out on the track. Is Shadows going again on the mediums? Yeah, he is. Oh no, he's just improved, isn't he? I think he's just improved up to P6, and now he's on a cool-down lap. Julie's got the softs ready. Cryptic still on his lap then. Yeah, he's avoiding that curve as well. I'd go over that curve. I mean, I risk spinning it, but I find to gain more time from going over the curb. Oh, is it too much that yellow curb there? But he's not lost much time from it. There we go. Same with that one as well. It's really neat there from Cryptic Alibi for a few little chicanes. Didn't expect that time saying I don't think any of us did. And Cryptic crosses line, and I didn't expect that time either. P2 for Cryptic Alibi. Quality lap. Quicker than the Parkter. And Jake the Slayer and Cryptic Alibi showing the form they showed at the beginning of season 1. Incredible laps from those two. Great to see them. And when I think that's karma to me really, because when I was going through all the people that could potentially win the title, I didn't mention those two, did I, till towards the end, as we've just seen Cal Cohen go up to P2 and reclaim that spot from Cryptic. Here, Jake the Slayer and Cryptic Alibi proved me wrong here, and before you know it, the Parks is down to P4. With all the cars behind, if anyone changed to the softs, he could be worried there. Shadows in the pits. Yellow flag is just for Julie going slowly on his outlap. Bradfield's on an outlap too. Slothy's on an outlap, then he's on the medium tyres as well. And this is all or nothing now for Sloth. He's not going to have time to come in for the softs. I would say you'd expect him to get through, but he's crashed. He's crashed, and he's got no damage. How's he got no damage from that? We know he raced on reduced to the Championship and League One, but he's gone into the wall there, and yeah, same place where McKenty lost it. So yeah, I did say I lose it there quite a bit. McKenty's back across the line to start his lap. Bradfield's now starting his lap 2 through sector 1. Have you ever seen Sloth and McKenty lose it there now? And Sloth is so lucky not to get damaged because he can now cool down his tyres, and then he's still going to have time to go for one more lap. Very, very lucky there, Sloth. If he manages to get through in the end, he's going to be extremely lucky. Still got McKenty on the lap. Bradfield still on the lap. We've got Cal Cohen, I think it's just now on an in lap. We've got the Parkter and Bevs on their out lap, the two that ruled League One last season, didn't they? Or they've come into the Championship. They've had mixed fortune so far. The Parkter been unlucky, but driving really well, and Bradfield's had to back out a bit there. He couldn't go flat out. He's going to spin.
He's going to go invalidate.
Sloth then, let's see what. Well, we know it's going to be a slow lap, but yeah, he absolutely is going again. At least he gets the time set on the board, puts him up to P11. Got a yellow flag for Ferrari going slow. It's Bevs on his outlap. So he is on the soft. They're on fitted tyres. It's only Bevs and Julie that are going to be going for it on the soft. Young Tommy's in 9th. Shadows in 7th. So both Renaults are in danger here. And they're going to just stay on the mediums. I've taken my advice. They're not going to the softs at all. If you don't think you got the race pace, and it's worth going for something different in case there's a safety car after lap 5 or 6, then that's fine. I mean, go for something different, why not? And Sloth's backed out there. He's careful there that time. See McKenty go up to P7, just ahead of his teammate Liam. And Cryptic Alibi's retired in the pits. You'd think he'd be safety through. Him and Jake and Cal Cohen, fantastic laps from them. It's been a 1:15s on mediums here. Really, really impressive. Julie on a lap down the softs. He did this last week, didn't he? He went to start on the softs. It was him and Argentina last week. Argentina's out on the mediums again, so it's not going to be him again. I'd expect this to be good enough to get through from Julie at least. Let's see what he's going to do. DRS is open. Julie crosses the line. P 9. He's only 9th, Julie, on the soft tyres. So these guys on the mediums set fantastic laps. Either Lat or Julie's made a mistake on his lap. We're about to see the McLaren of Liam come across the line to start his lap. Argentina started his lap too. Sloth is going to be next. Sloth's invalidated. Sloth's out. Unless we've got a timing glitch again, which I don't think we do. Sloth is out and young Tommy is out as well. So Theo's starting 14th. Sloth starting down in 13th. Tommy in 12th. Argentina 11th. And Bradford went up to P5. We missed that as well. That was quite a while ago, I think, as well. Bradford up to P5. So Argentina in P11 is the only man that can get through now. And if he does, he'll knock out Shadows. So both Renaults could be going out here. So Julie, P9 and above are all safe. Easily safe. All eyes on Argentina. He's a 10th up. He needs a 10th and a half to knock Shadows out. So he needs... There we go. He's now 2 and a bit temps up. So he just needs to maintain that gap. And Argentina will be through on the mediums. And he'll love that. So go to best here. It's just going to be Bevs and Julie starting on the soft tyres. The rest is going to be on the mediums. But will it be Shadows? Will it be Argentina? Argentina always taking a bit of that curve. Might have lost a little bit of time there. I think he's still got enough here, Argentina, to knock out Shadows. DRS open. Argentina crosses the line and he has got enough. He improves by 3.5 temps up to P8. And Shadows is knocked out then just by Julie. Julie only just managed to get through on the softs. So both Renaults going out then. Shadows and young Tommy there. No big surprise really, but Sloth there in P13 couldn't get a lap set. He crashed and validated a couple of times. So Sloth will start down in P13. He won't be too happy with that. At least he can probably start on the hards. That's what I do. And he's on a different strategy to the top 10 then, and he'll be able to gain later on in the race. There's your top 10, and got to say, Jake Deslay and Cryptic Alibi, incredible laps from those two. Cryptic, make sure you have extra invites. Yeah, if anybody in the comments needs any more invites, I think I've sent 3 or 4 to everyone. If anyone wants a load more, let me know so I can do it now. Just in case you think your internet's going to go or whatever. Yeah, Cryptic's got 2 extra. Biggest fluke in the history of the league right here. Saying Cryptic, it was quality that. We saw it in Q1, he had some decent pace, but really, really good. Yeah, Bevs and Julie starting on softs then. And look how close it is between them. 7 temps and Shadows, you have to say, is really unlucky there. He's only just knocked out by a car on soft tyres as well. So if no one went for the soft, Shadows would have been through. Young Tommy a bit further back, obviously Sloth a lot further back. But yeah, that was really good in the end, considering we only had 13 cars really in the session. I was really enjoying Q2. Q3's the fun part though, and who would you put your money on for pole position here? You'd be mad to bet on this. Get your top 3 predicted in the comments. I'm just going to quickly send invites to Cut the Pit when we get back into the session. Young Tommy wants another one. Oh yeah, he reserved late on, didn't he? So he managed to get them 1 or 2. Right, so while their cars are sticking their tyres on, I'll get young Tommy another invite. I'll send Cryptic a spare one as well. And Jake to stay. I think that's a safe thing to do, because his internet's not the best. And then we'll send Jake the Slayer and young Tommy 1 as well. There we go, so Tommy's got 2. Brilliant. Let's see who's going to be first to pull the plug then. Who's going to go out first?
Liam.
My top 3. Oh, can't do it. It's both McLarens going out first. I think Leparkter, Liam, Jake. That's my top 3 I'm going for. Don't send Bradfield one, it's a waste, he'll be out. Yep, serious mushroom, I've not sent him another one. Be wasting my time. Got him into reserve for the Premier League last week. He was out after a few laps. He's not reserving tomorrow, I can assure you that. Unless we're very desperate. Top 3 for Cryptic would be Leparkter, Cal Cohen and Jake. Oh yeah, I forgot about Cal Cohen. Yeah, I've gone for Leparkter, Liam and Jake. But yeah, we're in agreement that for one of the moments, who is Jake saying Leparkter, Liam, Cal Cohen. So yeah, they're going to be the names up there, but There's Argentina, there's DT Bevs, there's Cryptic, there's Julie, there's all sorts. 6 on an outlap then, make that 7 with Argentina. We just got a few in the pits. Cryptic, Bradfield and Jake, and the McLarens are coming up now. There's a quick outlap from them, and the first one is Liam, so he's going to be first to set a lap. Then we'll go on board McKenty, we'll be able to see both of them then. Bit too far in front Liam is to get a tow, McKenty here. Oh, he's got to be careful not to clip that curb there. He'll get sent flying into the wall. It's the first set of times then. And it's not purple there for McKenty, so Liam has set the yeah, by about 10th. Liam's set a better first sector. Cryptic saying he thinks he's going to be 10th. I'm not so sure. I don't think Cryptic will be 10th. Oh, a bit wobbly there for McKenty. Yeah, Liam's lap's looking tighter at the moment, isn't he? He's kept it together, going flat out as well. Flat out from McKenty too. What's the second sector time for him? It's a 49.1 and it's a 49.3 for McKenty. He's a 10th.5 down at the moment. He's taking a wide line there too. That's McKenty. He's taking a bit more of that curb, and that's what I'd do as well, especially in quali. I wonder what the time's going to be as they cross the line, and that is what matters. Everyone is now either on a lap or on an out. Bradfield, the last person to go out. Oh, McKenty, yeah, I think Liam's pulled away even more. I think this is a really special lap from Liam. It's a 1:15.2 for Liam, and McKenty is a 1:15.7. Yeah, he lost it in the final sector a bit as well. More than half a second slower than his teammate. Cal Cohen's next. Cal Cohen takes P2, so Liam's ahead of Cal Cohen. Looking good for my prediction at the moment. DT Bevs is going to be next. Oh, who's out on the curb? That's the Parker. DT Bevs going to be next then. No one's predicted him. He's not looked super quick so far in quali. He might have been hiding pace though, because he's done enough to get through. We know he's incredibly quick. DT Bevs then. DRS open, comes across the line. P4 for DT Bevs. There we go. He's still a little bit off the pace. Next is going to be Leparkter. What can he do? Only P2. He's slower than Liam Leparkter. 2 Mercedes are next. Julie's on the lap. Jake's only on an out lap. Let's see what Julie can do then. Crosses the line, and he's 8/10 off DT Bevs. So the field's pretty spread out at the moment. Cryptic and Bradfield are next up. They're on their out laps. Argentina then is going to be next to set his lap. And then that is it then, isn't it? We're just waiting for Jake to say to come around and the other cars on their out lap. Argentina then in the Haas, crosses the line, is P5, ahead of DT Bevs, ahead of Julie, and look how spread out it is. 1.7 seconds between the top 7. We'll go on board with Jake the Slayer then. Be interesting to see what sort of time he can set. I would have gone Cal Cohen, but wanted to mix it up. Leparkter Argentina, Jake saying Tommy. So yeah, I said Leparkter, Liam, Jake. And at the moment, Liam's ahead of Leparkter, only by 0.026 after the first run. But Liam will be really happy with that, and Jake Desai's managed to keep it going flat out. Okay. It's a 49.2 out sector 2 from Jake Desai. Is his pace on the softs as good as it is on the mediums? He's going to get some traffic from the parks in a minute, or he's going a bit wide there as Jake might be bottling it. Oh, he's missed the apex a bit there too. He's neatened it up a little bit low. He's got the pace at least. Car glitching in front. Jake the Slayer then opens the DRS, crosses the line, and it is P3. So I've got the top 3 right so far, just in the wrong order. Next up's going to be Cryptic Alabo. What can Cryptic do? Oh, he can't do anything because he's invalidated his time, unfortunately. Bradfield's going to be next then. Only a 49.5 through sector 3. Well, sector 2, sorry, he's now in sector 3. Crosses the line, it's P5. He goes up alongside his teammate Cal Cohen. So after the first run, we've got our top 9. Cryptic's going for a second lap though after he invalidated. He'll have time to do this and then come back in the pits quickly to put another set of fresh softs on. So yeah, my top 3's right. I predicted that right so far, but it's all on Cryptic's hit the grass there, so I think he's going to give up now, and he has. And I'm sure he's just going to ease it back to the pits now and then wait for his second run. He's happy with being in Q3 anyway, especially being on the mediums. So I'm sure he's got nothing to lose. He knows that. He's happy with getting through. And I'm sure he'll just absolutely go for it on his final attempt. But Julie down in 9th, Bevs in P8 is what you would have expected really, because they're the 2 cars that needed the softs to get through. McKenty in Argentina 6th and 7th. The Alpha Tauri's in 4th and 5th. Be good if they can pick up some good points today, because they are pretty far back. And Cal Cohen's got on another lap already. He's on an out lap now. Jake Desai then P3. parked a P2 and Liam P1. Some of these cars, I really hope they don't go all out at the start. We've seen recently some cars and great quality performances, and they just dive into turn 1 sometimes and then spin it and lose all that good work. Just got to be patient. Look, even if you lose 1 or 2 places at the start, you just got to keep going. You've got to hold back. Don't be so aggressive. The points will come to you if you deserve them. All cars in the pits, then apart from Cal Cohen on his outlap. I'm not quite sure what he's doing here. Maybe he's got 3 sets of softs, and I'm not sure we'll have enough time to get back though. And the Alpha Fox has left his session. He's got a couple of invites, so he should be able to get himself back in. I'll watch Cal Cohen's that then. Well, I thank Cal Cohen, because usually at this point we have about 2 minutes of me waffling on about nothing because we have 10 cars in the pits, but we've actually got something to watch at this stage of the session for once. And he's hit, oh, he hit so much of that curb it didn't spin him. As if you clip that curb, it does you. 21-0 for Cal Cohen. He's up on his first time through sector 1. I'm not sure why he has gone out so early though, because he won't get the best of the track evolution. He has got the whole track to himself, nothing to worry about. He's got the cameras on him. They're all Prem worthy, but Bradfield, Serious Mushroom saying, oh, and Cal Cohen's lost it there. He's held on to it though. I'm not sure he's going to gain much time from this lap though after that mistake, and he won't gain anything because he's invalidated. So he'll get himself back in the pits now. I'm pretty sure, refuel, and then go again, just like everyone else will. At the end, Jawley's gone early as well. He's now on an out lap 2 through sector 1, so he's, well, fired a gun early. Let's see if Cal Cohen does come in the pits. I'm pretty sure he will, and he does, and he's taking a bollard. I don't know what that bollard ever did to him, but he obviously doesn't like that. There we go then. Oh, Cryptic's now in out lap 2, so there we go. Oh, and there's a couple cars. Car coming out of the pits there. My personal best could get me pole if I could perform saying Cryptic alibi. Well, do it then. Go on. We'll watch you. There we go. We've got that pink Mercedes on now. Let's watch him try and get his personal best. Put all the pressure on him. You'll watch him bin it turn 1. Well, turn 1 he can't bin it. P2. Turn 2 he'll bin it. No, I think Cryptic Alibi, he definitely got a good chance of getting a good start here. As long as he can pull together an Alpha Fox has joined back. Good to see. Anyone in 15s is fast as fudge, saying Serious Mushroom. Yeah. Good choice of language there. Yeah, like I say, we're just a bit off getting the 114s, aren't we? It's a bit too much to ask. I'm sure we'll see 114s tomorrow in the Premier League. Absolutely. It's not all about setting the quickest times, it's about the racing. That's what matters. You can be the quickest driver in the world. If you can't race side by side, you're no good to us. So here we go then, Cryptic Alibi starting his lap. We have got Jawley on his lap, of course, in front as well. He's slightly up on his time through sector 1. We'll watch him go through this turn as well. And that is really good there. He's kept it almost flat out. Kept a nice straight line too, and yeah, he's 4.5 tenths up now, so I reckon that's where he lost some of the time on his first lap. As you see, all the cars now out up. Jake Deslayer started his lap. Just McKenty and Bevs are waiting for him. Bevs is now coming out the pits. I'm sure McKenty will soon follow. We're following DJ Jawley now, and he's tidy through sector 3 too. He's got 8 tenths to make up just to the car in front in P8. However, I'm sure he's made up a lot on that time through sector 3 as well. He might be able to improve on position wise here. He has improved by 7 tenths nearly, so he's right within the mix now. He's a second off P1 now. However, that's not going to be enough. He's still only in P9. I'm not sure if he's going again. He might as well go again. I think he is. Cryptic Alibi then. On board with him. Oh, he's cautious going over that bump there. Wide line, but he's going to get more speed going onto this lap. And he's backed out. Cryptic Alibi. There we go. He saved up all his ERS looks, so he's going to have one last attempt, and Jake the Slayer's crashed out. He's crashed out. We're going to go on board with DT Bevs, but Jake the Slayer, he's gone flat out round this corner. We said he'd bottle it, didn't we? He's been the first casualty to go flat out round it, and his car is upside down. Would you look at that? His car's upside down. He's gone absolutely flying into that wall. See if we can see it on board with McKenty again. But he's gone flying round here, he's clipped that curb, and then he's gone flying trying to save it, and his car is upside down. Huge crash there from Jake the Slayer. but he is up in P3 at least. He won't lose out because of that. Anyway, it's thrown me off a little bit. Who's on a lap now? Who's going to be first? DT Bev's only on an out lap. McKenty's only on an out lap. So it's going to be Julie. He's 9 seconds down, so he's not going to improve. And I think Leparks has made a mistake. Leparks is invalidated, so he's not going to improve. It's looking really good for Liam. Cryptic Alibi is going to be next. He's up on his time, of course he is. He keeps it clean as he goes through it. I don't know what that corner's called. Yeah, Julie's in the pits, so he's done in P9. Cryptic Alibi, of course, he's up on his first time, because he wasn't really a proper lap. He was 4 temps up, Jake the Slayer was, and then he crashed. Such a shame, he could have been up to P1 then. But the Parker has invalidated, he's not going to be able to go again, so Liam is looking good for him at the moment. Let's see what Cryptic Alibi can do. We've actually got an AlphaTauri in front, that's Cal Cohen, and he's invalidated his lap as well, Cal Cohen has. Cars are bottling it, aren't they? Let's see what Cryptic can do. Cryptic Alibi crosses the line. P5. Brilliant that blare for Cryptic Alibi. Leparks next. Then it's going to be Liam. Let's see what Liam can do. He's already on provisional pole position. It's looking good for him to retain that. Let's see what he can do. Liam opens his DRS. He comes across the line. And he gets a 1:15.1. It's a fantastic time. And Bradfield crosses the line. And he's up to P4 ahead of his teammate. Argentina's going to be next. And he's in the pits as well. DT Bevs is next. And DT Bevs and McKenty are the only 2 cars left to set their times. It's all looking really good for Liam. He didn't even need to set that final lap by the looks of it. Bevs is going to be next then. Can he improve on his time? Can he get ahead of Argentina? Bevs crosses the line. P8, he does get ahead of Argentina. McKenty's last and he's a 10.5 up. He needs at least 3 attempts to improve his position. He crosses the line and he's up to P3, McKenty. Fantastic final sector. It must have been from McKenty there then. So there we go, we have it. Liam, yeah, takes pole position. Leparks takes second after invalidating his second run. McKenty in P3, no one expected that. Really, really good effort from McKenty. Oh, it's taking it away, but we'll go through it again at the end of the session. Extra bottle gave Justin some oomph. It did, yeah. Disappointed, but happy to make it to Q3, saying Cryptic. Brilliant, that blare from Cryptic. He's saying he'll take 5th. Well, he's got to settle for 7th. Liam P1, just a 10th out of the parks, and McKenty 3rd. Jake the Slayer will be gutted. He couldn't get that time set. Bradfield in 5th, good that player. He's going to share the 3rd over his teammate Cal Cohen. Cryptic in 7th, and look at that. 3 temps between 1st and 7th. We've got a bit of a gap then back to DT Bevs, Argentina and Julie. But unbelievable. Brilliant. 3 temps between the top 7. But special mention to Jake the Slayer and Cryptic. Didn't expect them to be up there in the first place. Really good effort from them. Liam, yeah, takes pole position though. Both McLarens are in the top 3. Let's hope they can keep it clean in the race this time. But Mercedes, AlphaTauri, McLaren looking strong for the race, and with 2 cars in the top 10. I'll quickly have a bit of my drink and then we'll get ready for the race. Good luck all, saying Serious Mushroom. Absolutely good luck. Oh, shock of the day goes to Cryptic. Yeah, he does. It really shocked me, the pace he had. I mean, 7th might not sound all that great, but 3 temps of pole position for Cryptic, who's normally around Q2, you know. 3 temps of pole position. Some of these drivers is incredible. I don't know where he's found the pace. His only achievement for tonight. Wow, we've got to look forward to the race. Anything can happen. Any of them can win. It's crazy. There's a few you wouldn't expect, but you know, so many drivers. If you could tell me one of 12 drivers that win the race, I wouldn't be surprised. Just waiting for these cars to select their strategies. We know obviously at the top 10 it's going to be Bevs and Julie on the softs, and P8 and P9. And then we've got the other 8 are on mediums. I think Argentina will be disappointed with his lap in Q3, and we know he's got more pace than that. Just waiting for shadows. There we go. The cars are going to start their formation lap. Let's see what the cars towards the back have gone for then.
Oh, what's going on? Oh,
not sure what is going on. You got to go. That's what's going on.
Yeah, my wheel. Not working.
So I think people are taking our advice, because at the bottom 10 it's only Young Tommy, Theo and Vintage on the mediums. The other 7 have all gone on the hard tyres. So there we go. If it doesn't work, don't blame me. You shouldn't listen to us. If it does work, you're welcome. So Liam P1, Leparks to P2. I'd love to see Leparks, you know, not lose positions at the beginning for once, and you know, He's really got the ability to win races and win the title, the Parker. Love him to take a race by the scruff of the neck. And McKenty P3 is so consistent. He's always up there, even when you don't expect him to be. Jake Desay P4. Bradfield P5. Oh dear, Jake and Bradfield next to each other. That's what they call something, isn't it? Cal Cohen P6. Bradfield's got to let his teammate pass if he's too quick. Cryptic in 7th. Bev's in 8th. After not racing for a couple of weeks, I'm sure he'll take that, Bevs. He's starting the soft, so he'll be looking to make positions at the start, as will Julie in 10th. Shadow's in 11th. And yeah, I'm not sure if Shadow's going to let his teammate pass. Obviously, he's on a quicker strategy. Well, quicker stint. Sloth starting on hards in P13. Theo 14th on the medium, so he's going to be racing at the beginning as well. And Vintage P19 on the mediums too. Won't be easy for Welsh Maldonado to pass. Complete reverse from League 1, no softs at the top. Yeah, of course, League 1 though, because it is short quali. How boring would, because there's only one set of mediums, it'd be boring if you went for, I know a lot of drivers find it boring going for the mediums, because then you only get one run really, if you want to save tyre wear as well. Yeah, that's why I go for one stop here. You see that pit strategy down there, it's just a waste going that stint on softs. Might as well just do the one stop. Bevs and Geordie going to struggle for it though, but of course it's something different, you know. If all these drivers went for the same strategy, that just wouldn't work. Got to try and do something different sometimes. Anyway, just wait for Rempo to take it up, and there we go. We have lights. Cars aren't revving up though. Lights are a bit early. Lights out. Oh no, not really. Gonna look at the bottom right of your screen for the rev. When that goes green on that accelerator pair, like it is now, we've got lights now, the cars are revving up, and we've got a drive-through penalty for the Alpha Fox for a jump start, and now we've got lights out, and away we go, and Liam gets a fantastic start. Bradfield's falling down the order, I'm not sure what's happened there, but there was a jump start for the Alpha Fox. He's got a drive-through penalty, and we've got a car going off into the pit lane. Liam takes P1 still, the park to P2, and we've got a I'm not sure, that Alpha Tauri on the left-hand side, and an Alpha Tauri's gone off. Both Alpha Tauris have been taken out of the race. Cal Cohen is out, and there's a safety car. Bevs is off as well. What has happened there? Argentina's up to P8, Theo's up to P9. Sloth's up to P7. Unbelievable start. Young Tommy's up to P6, but some of the drivers there, I'm not sure.
There.
The two Alpha Tauris just went absolutely flying, and they've gone flying down to the back. We said teamwork's going to be important here. And both Alpha Tauris there. I'm not sure what happened. We'll see the inquest after the race, but I'm pretty sure they made contact, and one of them's out the race, and the other one's out the back with wing damage. Terrible start for Alpha Tauri. That's why they're not scored any points this season. Drivers like Bradfield, absolutely no way. Anyway, the Alpha Fox, of course, he can't serve his drive-through under the virtual safety. That's the first crash we've had for 3 weeks. That's caused a DNF in a championship, so had to come at some point. Kyle Dyer in the comments saying hello, Eve, welcome to the stream, mate. So do the cars on a soft pit here, do Julie and Bev's pit. Bev's of course will pit, he's in P19. I'm sure he's going to change strategy now. Such a shame for him there. He's gone for not much fuel on board. He's got no wing damage though, Bev, so but yeah, being on the soft, so I'd definitely pit if I was him. We know Bradfield's got a pit as well with that wing damage. So what happened there? I know you got a terrible start.
So I don't know who clipped me, I don't know if it was my teammate or just clipped me in the wall.
We'll have a look back in a minute of KD. That's Kyle Dyer. Cal Cohen said he absolutely yeeted him into the wall. Cal Cohen, send us your footage right now and we'll have a look and talk through it on the stream, mate. Get that footage saved. Send it into instant report and I'll have a look now. We're not sure, but obviously Bevs and Bradfield have been in the pits. They both lost positions at the start. No one else really lost positions, did they? Sloth, I don't know what he's done there. Sure it's not him that drive through. And young Tommy too, because they've both gained 6 positions, and Theo's gained 6 places too. Brilliant from them. We know obviously Bevs, Bradfield, Cal Cohen all lost out, but they've gained places from Argentina and Julie too. Brilliant start from them. Cal Cohen has now left the session. Such a shame for him. Not raced the last couple of weeks and now it's over straight away. And young Tommy's left the session. He didn't mean to do that, and that's why he's lucky we sent him a couple of spare invites. Tommy pause, unpause, everything's laggy for him. Yeah, so he's left. That's probably why he's left. But he has got a couple of spare invites, as has everyone. But yeah, Jake Deslayer P4, Cryptic up into P5 then, thanks to 2 Alpha Tauris falling down. I'm sure we'll have a good view of what happened there. Young Tommy's joined back. You can see him flash back, and the safety car not coming in this lap. I'm sure it will next lap. So it's given a chance for Bevs and Bradfield to catch up to the pack. Bradfield's on the hards, Bevs now onto the mediums. Rejoining now, didn't lose the place at the start, same Formula moments. So what's the safety car about, saying Kyle Dyer? The safety car, well, that was about, we're not too sure, but Cal Cohen has a collision. Not sure if it's with his teammate or with Bevs, but there's something happened there. I don't think anyone else has got wing damage, so Tom and Sloth, not sure what's going on there. Overtaking each other. Yeah, safety car's going another lap. Cal Cohen saying someone yeeted him into the wall. And Cryptic overtook them both at the start before they crashed. Yeah, we did see a poor start for Bradfield, didn't we? Not sure what's going on with Tommy and Sloth. Why does it keep throwing us on board with Justin? It says on board here. Strange game. So no change in the top 4 then. And they all look relatively clean. Liam got a good getaway, but because it is quite a long run down to turn 1, it looked like the parts started to catch him back up. But McKenty didn't have the best of starts, so he couldn't take advantage of it, but he kept P3, and the same for Jake in P4. And the carnage happened behind them. Top 3 looking good for Sirius Marshall, what he said. I'm not quite sure what he said, actually. Didn't see that comment. Remind us of it again, mate. Alright, I'll await Cal Cohen's footage to be sent in. He's already stuck it in. We're going to have a look at it now while there's not much going on. And he just got absolutely slammed into the wall. I'm not quite sure what happened there, but we'll obviously have a look.
My teammate got slammed. I got slammed in the wall as well. I don't know who it was, but
yeah, the Alpha Tower. Yeah, the Alpha Tower. Cal Cohen just got slammed in the wall from behind. He was side by side with you, and someone from behind just absolutely rammed him up into the wall.
Then he's probably hit me then, hasn't he?
Cal Cohen didn't hit you.
No, who hit me then?
I'm not sure.
See it on there?
Again, show your footage in the race, but there was no contact. I presume we've got safety car coming in. Obviously missed that, but the safety car's putting away. Liam's got to do a safety car restart. Hopefully have a better one than we did in the Premier League last week in Bahrain. When is Liam going to drop La Hammerlen? When's he going to go? I'd go now. Now. He's gone now though. He's left it a little bit, and the Parks he's close to him, the Parks, and McKenty's fallen further back. The Parks has got really close to him. It weren't the best of restarts. It should be good enough to get him down to turn 1 though, and we are underway again. That's good to see. And the Alpha Fox is getting passed by Welsh Maldonado already. He's got a driver, of course. Vintage getting passed by DT Bevs. I think Bradfield's going to get past Vintage as well in a minute too. And we're going to go on board with Theo because he's catching up to Young Tommy. Of course, Young Tommy's out of the session again. Oh no, so Young Tommy's obviously having problems, and Theo's going to get past these ghosts, isn't he? So Liam's in P1, the Parks P2. Young Tommy's restarting his PS4, so hopefully he can get that sorted as soon as possible. DT Bev's getting past the Alpha Fox as well. DT Bev's down the inside, Alpha Fox fighting on the outside. Not got as much grip on those hard tyres. Bev's back up in the P16. Welsh Maldonado's in P15 now. Red Bull had a decent start. They've just made up the places, haven't they? And Jawley on Argentina. Oh, they make contact. Jawley's on the soft tyres. He wants to get this move done. He's got to be patient though. He's now following Argentina. No DRS yet, of course, until 3 laps after the safety car. He wants it though. He wants to get past Argentina. He's later on the brakes. And yeah, he's definitely got more pace over Argentina. McKenty's crashed. McKenty's crashed out. What has happened there? We've got another safety car. What has happened to McKenty there? I don't know if he just hit that curb and then sent it flying into the wall. But his car's facing backwards, and that's the second crash we've had. We rarely have crashes, but Spain's throwing up a couple of problems today, and to drivers as well. You wouldn't expect. McKenty, I'm not sure if there's contact with another car there. Who's Jake the Slayer close behind him. Has he got any wing damage? We'll have a look. It's usually a telltale sign. Jawley starting the softs is now in the pits. There's no wing damage for Jake. No, and there's he might have just hit that curb and then lost it. Yeah, Cal Cohen, I know he's not raced for exams, of course. You know, can't help that. And then when he does race, that's happened. That is such a shame, of course. But to get your footage in, we'll see who was at fault for that. Yeah, Cal Cohen, if you've got any idea of who it was, or you who was right behind you at the time of the collision. You know, again, send that into instant report so we can, you know, ask the right people for their footage. Anyway, we get another safety car. We haven't had any for a couple of weeks, and now we've got 2. Could go medium softs at this point. Oh, that'd be tough. That'd be a tough strategy to do medium softs. But yeah, young Tommy luckily still in 7th. So. Yeah, this is why I start on hards, because Sloth started on hards and he's up into P5 now. So he's just going to gain positions from what's happening in front. Cryptic, of course, up to P4. Jake up to P3. Theo's in P6. Brilliant start. We'll give him more Q2 bands. I think he's liking them. So yeah, Racing Point now looking really good in P4 and P6. Cars all back up. He lost it on that stupid curb. McKenty did. Yeah, that's what we thought happened. I didn't think there was any contact. So yeah, we'll see it with the cars to go up the field. This one, the left-hand side here, presumably means if you take too much of that curb, which I recommended, it can send you flying sometimes. And it obviously sent McKenty absolutely flying and into the wall. And that lost his wheel. Unfortunately, that's his race over. Big shame there for McKenty. This is one of those tracks, though, it's harder than it looks. If you get in a good rhythm, I tend to find you do alright, but it's so easy. There's so many corners, you can just lose it. I hate this track. I don't think it's a big favourite of many of these drivers. And Argentina had to stand the brakes on there. Hold on, but 2 down already. Adam P9 and Dylan P10, they're both up into the points. Yeah, Julie is down the back, he's on fresh medium, so I presume he's going to go soft, medium, medium now. But the cars that had a poor quali, so Sloth, Welsh Maldonado, they're fine, they're finding their way up the field. Serious Mushroom saying my top 3 looked good not so long ago. He's now saying I had you top 3, McKenty. So that was Serious Mushroom's fault. I'll blame him for McKenty crashing out. Oh, come on, let's get this safety car gone. Alpha Fox has still got his drive-through penalty. Of course, you can't serve it under the safety car. I bet he wishes he did serve it straight away now, because then he'd be able to close back up to the pack. Yeah, I think he just completely jumped the start, and it was by quite a way as well. Go back onto the position changer, there we go, and 8 places gained for Sloth and Theo. Young Tommy would have been as well. It would have been 7th for all of them, but of course Sloth and Theo got past young Tommy when he was out of the session. Yeah, DT Bev's up to 14th now after having to pit early. Ayrton, Welsh Maldonado up. Shad hasn't gained many places, and safety cars back in already this lap. Great to see. Hopefully we can get a lap in this time. Before there's another one. Rarely get safety cars, but of course we had one individual incident and then one crash at the start. And Liam, yeah, is going to have to do another safety car restart. And I wonder if he'll change it up this time. I wonder if he'll go at a different time. See, I'd go now. Now. Oh, he's done the same thing, and this time he's mastered it. Le Parks has lost him. And to be fair, oh, Jake the Slayer. Jake the Slayer's getting caught by Cryptic here. He's got the ERS overtake activated. And we've got a yellow flag already. No, it's just for the safety car going back in. He's not got enough pace to overtake. He's going to stay behind. Yeah, he is. He can't make the move. Julie's going to get past ALR Vintage by the looks of it. Julie's got the ERS. He's going to go down the inside. This is for P17, and he gets the move done. Julie, Vintage moves out the way. Sloth on these hard tyres, catching up to Crypt. He started down 13th, and now he's really close to P3 already. Looking really good, Sloth. Theo in P6. Argentina's a long way back, and Bevs is getting past Welsh Maldonado. I think, yeah, Bev, Rempo on the hard tyres. I think she let her teammate pass, and Bevs is now going down the inside of Ayrton as well. They're side by side. Is he going to get the move done here? I think he's going to. It's a fantastic move there by DT Bevs. He is storming his way through the field, and already it's 1.2 between the top 2. Cryptic close behind Jake the Salo. Sloth is as well. Theo is too. Yeah, Argentina really struggling. He's under big pressure from Adam here. He's on the harder tyre. So I'm not sure what's going on for Argentina here. I'm not sure he's got wing damage or anything. We can't see it. But no, there is no wing damage, as Julie's now getting past the Alpha Fox. And look here, we've got young Tommy in between the 2 Red Bulls. And he is struggling there, isn't he? Adam, we knew he had great pace from quali until he crashed. And young Tommy's just glitching everywhere, isn't he? As we can see, hopefully it's not affecting the drivers. Adam's got a bit wobbly there as he's coming on to Argentina now. And he's looking really good here for some points, Adam, today. And Bradfield's getting past the Alpha Fox in the pits, and I presume it's the server drive-through penalty now. Promotes Vintage and Bradfield. Julie, is that a 3-second time penalty already? Yes, it is. 1.1, 1.2 between top two. Jake Deslay is falling back. And no, Theo's left the session. He's got this gap, hasn't he, to Argentina. So hopefully he'll be able to rejoin and still be in P6. Sloth in P5, and he's joined back straight away. So there we go. He should still be P6. And Sloth's getting a bit wobbly, Lelem. Serious Marshall McKenty, like I said, long season, mate. Defo title contender, absolutely. It's a long season. I know, like I said, cars want to get as many points on the board as early as possible. But because there's so many different title contenders, all it takes, you know, it won't be the same drivers winning races every race. So there'll be no clear person miles in front. All it takes is a couple of races to get right back into it. And Argentina has got past Theo already. So Theo, unfortunately, he didn't get back in the session early enough, and now he's behind Adam too. So Argentina's up to 6th, Adam up to 7th. Theo down in P8 for 14. Young Tommy's gone wide and he's fighting now with Dylan. 2 reserves here tonight. Let's hope they keep it clean, and they very much do. Fair play to them for that. As they cross the line, Cryptic Alibi still really close on the back of Jake Deslay. He's looking really good race pace as well. Whereas Jake Deslay not quite as good as he had in quali. They've spread out now, but DT Bevs and Dylan, he's going to go for a move down the inside. He's on the medium tyres. Is he going to be late on the brakes? Looks like Dylan's got more pace, and he goes for it, DT Bevs, and Dylan goes to the outside, and DT Bevs gets through. He's on the aggressive here, and it's working for him. And Julian Ayrton, and then they touch, and Ayrton is spun around, and he gets out of the way just in time. He's going to have to spin around. Oh, he's in the gravel, unfortunately, now as well. He's going to have to make his place back up. And just side by side, and it was the rear of Julie touched Ayrton's front, and it spun him, unfortunately. Ayrton down to P17, and not really a good place to go side by side. Did Julie leave enough room? Not too sure. And look at this gap between the top 5. Argentina, I'm not sure why he's not got so much pace. He's got no pace at all, but he's doing a great job of holding up the cars behind. He's keeping that P6. But Sloth is going to be the big winner out of this, because he's on the hards, comfortably in P5, catching up even to P3 with Jake and Cryptic. Don't rule Sloth out the win yet from P13. Looking incredible. McKenty, yeah, it's not a bad pair now. Just disappointing not to get any points. Yeah, of course, there'll be races where Liam doesn't score points and McKenty scores all the points. It will happen. It's just how it goes. 5.7 between 5 and 6 now. 5th and 6th. And yeah, Jake Deslay's just not got much pace on this stint, has he? He's falling back now, and the Parks falling back from Liam too. The Parks are not involved in any instance, but he's not catching up to Liam, is he? Liam's done fantastically, and Sloth's really close to Cryptic Alibi now. Yeah, I'm not sure what track it is next week. Might be China, I'm not too sure, but get practice in McKenty. I'm sure you're going to be in the frame again for pole position, for the win. You know, you're one of the many that will be in contention for it. In Argentina, I think he's got a bit of breathing space now. The car behind Adam's gone into the gravel, and it's going to be under big pressure from Theo here, and that's their Argentina pull away slightly, isn't it? And Adam's tyre is going to be cold, and it's DRS now for Theo. Is he going to go and make a move? Is he going to dive down the inside? He hangs back, but Bevs is getting past Tommy down the inside, and DT Bevs has gone through the field absolutely fantastically. Tommy's going to fight it, but he can't. DT Bevs is on absolute fire, and this is what I mean by teamwork, and Tommy going to fight it back. This was happened by Rempo letting her teammate pass. Bevs could still be stuck in P14 behind Rempo if she didn't do that. So fair play to her, because she's really helped her team out there. And Theo, how close is he going to get to Adam? He's got DRS, he's using his DRS now. Adam's taking a really funny line there, but he's just got enough pace to keep that position. And they've got to be careful, because there's a train forming up behind them now, and that's going to help Shadders and Welsh Maldonado's just got a 3-second time penalty, say that. And Sloth's really catching up to Cryptic again. France next week. Oh, I absolutely love France. Oh, I don't want to commentate, I want to race. My favourite track to race, that is France. Yeah, it's not a track where you can get slammed into the wall much either, because there's lots of runoffs. If you do have a spin, you can regroup. Whereas Spain is awful for it. And Jake the Slayer started to pull away a little bit. He started to get a bit quicker, catching the parts and now slightly pulling away from Cryptic. He needs to get out of that DRS range, but Argentina's still 6 seconds off Sloth. He has got breathing space now thanks to Adam's mistake earlier on. And it has all, well, not quietened down, but it's got a bit, but no safety car for a few laps at least, thank God. Cryptic, and Jake the Slayer, he can't escape that DRS zone, no, can he? So Cryptic's just going to crawl back up to him, isn't he? And there we go, you see him getting closer, just with that DRS open, he's going a few tenths. Jake the Slayer, this lap needs to gain about half a second off the cars behind, so he can pull away from that DRS zone, they can push on. He's going to lose time, he's going to have to defend the gap between the top two, still the same, Liam in P1, the Parcher in P2. And we have got a big train now forming up behind Adam. Theo's there, Bev's just looking for a move on Theo, there's no room there. And he's got a really fantastic run at him here, DT Bevs. And he's going to go around the outside of Theo. And Theo's, of course, is going to fight it. And Theo fights it really, really well. His Bev's going to go for it again. He does go for it down the inside. Theo's on the outside. Again, he's going to fight it. But he has to go wider. And DT Bevs is on absolute fire. It's been so aggressive here. He needs to get through the field. He's keeping it clean as well. He's leaving the cars with. This is incredible racing with DT Bevs. Really, really liking this. Up next for him is Adam on the hard tyres as well. And then it's Argentina. So DT Bevs, of course, he's pitted already. So he's on slightly fresher mediums than the rest. And I think it might just be a matter of time before Bevs is back up into that P6 spot. Which is actually higher than he started. And before you know it, 12 laps in. 13 laps in now. You know, a few laps and we're at the halfway mark already. How quick has this gone? And Cryptic Alibi getting passed by Sloth on a straight then. So Sloth did close up and Cryptic Alibi, well, Jake the Slayer got out of DRS range from Cryptic, so Cryptic had no DRS to help him defend from Sloth, and that's what enabled Sloth to get through. Cryptic in P5, 7 seconds clear of P6. He's really on for some decent points still, though. He's just got to focus now as Theo's getting past Young Tommy for P9. I think he did it down the inside of turn 1. And Young Tommy now, he's got to get his line sorted, or Dylan's going to put him under pressure again. He's now harvesting energy, just that red light flashing through at the back. And Shadows, oh, did he make contact there with Rembo? I don't think he did. Well, it looked close. And they make contact, they touch wheels. And Rembo's going to get that position back. I'm sorry, I know she's changed her name, I can't help it. I can't get out the habit of calling it that. And this is fantastic racing there, side by side, Rembo and Shadows. I think Shadows is going to have that position back for now. Well done the Shadows for fighting that, and quality racing between these two. Down for P12, this is... And this is a great exit there from Rembo. She's going to have DRS. And now she goes to the inside. Brilliant move there. She's going to dive down the inside. And she takes P. Oh, they make a bit of contact there. Shadows turning a tad too early. Hopefully he's not got wing damage from that. And now Shadows is under pressure from the Mercedes behind her, Julie. Julie takes the place too. And now Shadows under pressure from Bradfield for P14. Shadows defended hard against Rembo. And that could have cost him a few places now. Bradfield's going to be looking good on the straight. Rembo should have DRS on the car in front. Argentina's in the pits then. Is he going to be hard till the end, I presume? He's going to come out in some space, and Young Tommy's getting back past Theo for P9. Theo is also under pressure from Dylan. Oh, he's got to be careful. He came back in a little bit late there, and Dylan was forced a tad wide, but DT Bevs has already pulled clear of Young Tommy. Obviously, Argentina came in the pits, so we didn't have to overtake him, but he's going to be within a second in a minute of Adam. And yeah, Bevs might be able to go medium, of course, which is better than the cars in front going medium hard. And Sloth's getting past Jake the Slayer now. And I'm not sure if Jake the Slayer made a mistake there, but that's a funny place to be overtaken. I presume Jake the Slayer made a mistake there because he has lost time. But Sloth, who started in P13, has gone through the field on the hard tyres and is up to P3. And yes, I know there's been a couple of incidents in between, but this is what I mean. He's starting the hards. They seem really racy in Spain. And he's gained 10 positions from it. Jake the Slayer want to stay within DRS range and fight for that back. Still about 2 seconds between the top two, and they come into the pits. Both of them are in the pits then. Liam pits, the part of the pits. Sloth, of course, is going to stay out and take the lead. Jake the Slayer stays out too, and Adam's got a 3-second time penalty. And Ayrton, unfortunately, he's left the session. Hopefully he can get back in as soon as possible. He's down in P16 at the moment. We see Young Tommy getting past Adam as well. I'm not sure what's happened to Adam there, but he's going slow. He's not got wing damage. He might just got a poor exit. Might have made contact, not too sure. And now he's going to get passed by DT Bevs as well. DT Bevs is down the inside. Is Adam going to fight it around the outside? They're both late on the brakes. Adam is going to fight it, but DT Bevs just got too much grip there. And DT Bevs is up in the P4. He's made his way through the field absolutely fantastically. No contact at all. Incredible racing from DT Bevs. We'd love to have him back. And it's 7 tenths. Yeah, Jake the Slayer still in DRS range. Sloth, Cryptic still close there too. It's 10 seconds between Cryptic and DT Bevs. Adam, Young Tommy, look at his train behind, all the way down to... And Liam, look, he's in traffic. Liam is at the back of this train. And Shadders, and there we go, Leparts is going to be able to climb up to the back of this. And of course, out of the session, hopefully enjoying back. Argentina gets past his Ghost for P16. This is really going to close the gap between Liam and Leparts of them. Because Shadders will crawl up to the back of this, and Rempo's got another 3-second time penalty. It really is not a great track for time penalties. Whereas last week, Bahrain, we saw hardly any. Cryptic's back within DRS range to shake the sleigh then. And Liam, I think he's went slightly wide there. Well, Shadders on hards. Yeah, I'm sure some of these cars will come into... Well, they're not going to come in the pits, they're on hards. And Liam's getting wobbly there too. And he's going to be under pressure from Shadders in a minute if he's not too careful. And look, it was 2 seconds. It's now about a second between Liam and the other car as well. The parts of it, there is a car in between. A Theo comes in the pits and some respite for some of these cars. Welsh Maldonado catching Dylan. Jawley's in there as well. Liam there too. And DT Bevs is getting back passed by Adam. Adam's down the inside, and that's a fantastic move there from Adam. Oh, and they make contact. And Adam just going a bit slower there, and DT Bevs a bit too keen. And he's gone a bit wide now. He could be under pressure from Young Tommy. Does Young Tommy go for a move? No, he doesn't. It was a bit too far back there for him to go for it. But well done to Adam on the hard tyres to get Bevs back there. I think Adam will be onto the medium tyres in the next few laps. All the hard runners will. Jake the Slayer and Cryptic, I'm sure they'll be coming in the next lap or so. Young Tommy, the same for him as well. So it will enable some of these guys to get further forward. Guys and girl, I should say. So yeah, top three looking really good. In fact, I think Sloth, Jake the Slayer and Cryptic will try and stay out as long as they can, whilst Liam and the Parkter talking. He's going to go down the outside of Shadders by the looks of it. Shadders is going to fight it low. Is the Parkter going to get that move done? Or you don't go side by side up this curb, and the Parkter has to back out of it. Oh, and they swing back in there. And oh, Jake the Slayer and Cryptic are coming in the pits. I'd have stayed out even longer. I know it's difficult to tyre, but they're pulling away from these because they're being caught in this train, and they're going to come out in the middle of this train. So Sloth's staying out, and I think when Sloth pits, he could be in the lead of the race. On the fresher tyres, Adam up to P2, Bevs up to P3, Dylan 4th, Welsh Maldonado 5th. Let's see where Jake and Cryptic. Oh, they're actually quite far behind Liam. They must have been losing so much time on those medium tyres, and I got that completely wrong. Who's Joe? I'm not quite sure. We've got Richie Ketley, Harry Crayon in the comments. Not kept our eye on the comments too much because there's so much action going on the track. And Shadders is holding up the parts now, so that's helping Liam out. But Liam needs to get past Jawley pretty soon. Welsh Maldonado's really close on the back of Dylan as well. Is she going to go for it? Round the outside, Dylan's defending really well, and they make contact as well. And they really got close there. Dylan just managing to hold that position. Bit of aggro between those two. Of course, Dylan reserved for Ferrari last week, was Rempo's teammate. He got held up by her in qualifying, so he's not going to do her any favours. However, I think she's got a bit too much here for Dylan, a bit too much pace. Got DRS, she goes down the inside, and she gets the move done. We've got two Ferrari Red Bull battles going on. Dylan's not going to fight it back now. It's a little bit too far back. But yeah, we've got Ferrari, we've got Red Bull, Ferrari, Red Bull. Sloth's looking so good, isn't he, out in front? He's just got to keep going on those hard tyres. Whilst all these cars are getting held up in this train, they're fantastic to watch. As Young Tommy's getting past Argentina for P13. Ayrton's still out of the session, unfortunately. He has got spare invites, so hopefully might be an internet problem for him. The park is catching up to Shadders now, and the Shadders still got DRS from the car in front, which is Liam. And look, the gap between Liam and the park, they're so close to each other now. All these cars will pit within the next couple of laps, you'd think. Yeah, all looking good for Sloth, isn't it? Welsh Maldonado then catching up to her teammate Bevs. Bev's probably a bit slower now as his tyres have done 15 laps on these mediums. Probably coming to the pits now and do 15 laps on another set of mediums. Will he return the favour now to his teammate? Because it's clear to say Rempo's quicker now at this stint. Joe has a cotton eye, and yeah, DT Bev's going off the track there and dipping a tyre in the gravel. He might not even be able to fight back from his teammate here. And there we go, he does pull aside and let his teammate through. That's really good play there from DT Bevs. Is Dylan going to go down the inside of him as well? I think he is. And they keep it really clean.
What?
And Bradfield, what's happened to Bradfield? Oh, he's in the wall and his wheel's gone. Bradfield
wheels have stopped working.
He's lost it. And will that be another safety car? It's saying his wheels stopped working, not for the first time either. I think he's been sold some dodgy wheel. It's only a virtual safety car. So Sloth is in the pits, and this is so going to help Sloth. Adam's missed the pits. Bevs is in the pits though. Welsh Maldonado is in the pits. They're going to have to double stack the front.
What's going on?
She's holding them up in the pit lane. Really clever there. So Adam takes the lead of the race. Red Bull 1-2 at the moment. They've both got to pit though, and very, very soon. Liam's third, Shadow's fourth. He didn't pit either. Pretty surprised to see that. Jake the Slayer up in the P6. Cryptic Alibi 7th then. Sloth is in P8, so he's come out behind Jake the Slayer and Cryptic. But of course he's now on fresh mediums to the end. So yeah, the overcut, the warm tyres here really don't work. They were quicker being in that train than they were at the front in clean air on these warm tyres. But Bradfield's tyres broke and Alpha Tauri is a double DNF. And they're at the bottom of the stands. And Welsh Maldonado's got a drive-through penalty for speeding under the virtual safety car. Couldn't get a lap set in Q1. Now she's got a drive-through. Poor race from her. And both Haas have had to double stack in the pits as well. So they're right down the bottom too. Really bad race. Virtual safety car has ended. So it's a Red Bull 1-2. Sloth's got a 3-second penalty. Young Tommy's got a 3-second penalty. It's all go at the moment. And Cryptic is getting back past Sloth. There we go. And Cryptic's getting that move back. I think he was in front anyway. You can tell though, Sloth on these medium tyres has so much more grip. Of course, he's got that 3-second penalty now though. And is he going to go for a move here? Surely not, and he doesn't. He thinks against it. He's just got to wait to the straight. The only thing is, Cryptic's going to have DRS from Jake the Slayer, so it'll be difficult to get past. Liam Yale on Dylan. You'd think this would be easy. Liam takes P2 back. Good move there. Well, it was an easy move really. Shadow's up next. The Parkers close up to Shadow. So Liam's got some clean air now. So the Parkers got to make these moves now. We're going to have a battle between the top two, and he spun it there. Nearly got too much of that curb. And Jake the Slayer is really holding up Cryptic Alibi and Sloth. So Sloth really wants to get these places done if he's then going to be able to take the fight. And Shadow's finally getting passed by the Parker. Sloth needs to get these moves done on Jake the Slayer and Cryptic if he's to take the fight to Liam and the Parker on those fresh medium tyres. Adam's still in P1. I'm sure he's going to pit soon. And Cryptic's getting passed by Sloth then. And that was pretty easy in the end. I'm not quite sure what happened there, but it weren't even in the braking zone. Welsh Maldonado in the pit serving a drive-through penalty, and she is back out. She is back out in P13. Of course, Gazette's not in the session. Argentina, Vintage, and Alpha Fox all further back. So it's not all over there in P13. Sloth in P7 now ahead of Cryptic. Argentina passing out and Goes getting a 3-second time penalty in doing so though. So Adam, Dylan, Shadows all got to pit pretty soon, haven't they? But DT Bev's looking really good. What a recovery race this has been. His quality pace weren't the best, but he's grown into this race. He's been absolutely fantastic. Got to be a nomination for Driver of the Day here. Not too sure if he was involved in the incident early on. Eduardo CR in the comments saying lol, Bradfield. And Adam comes in the pits now, so Dylan's going to have to stay out another lap. Otherwise he'll end up double stacking. The Parker gets past Dylan, so our top two fight is back on now. Jake the Slayer and Sloth are to 5th and 6th, and Sloth is now getting past Jake the Slayer. He does it easily on the straight. Sloth's now in 5th. He's now got to take this fight to Liam and the Parker. He's got Dylan and Shadows a couple of seconds up the road, but I'm sure they'll both be coming to the pits soon. Adam comes out to the pits. Oh, he's going to come out behind young Tommy, isn't he? So Adam comes out the pits in P11, but on the fresh medium tyres, he's going to take this fight now to get into the points. He's ghosting. Is he out the session? He's got spare invites. Hopefully he can get straight back in. I'm not quite sure. Didn't even see it say he was leaving the session. Now, will Dylan in P3, now because he's had to wait till lap 21, will he go a couple more laps and then put on the soft tyres? Not too sure if he will or not. He might lose too much time, as we said, on tyre wear around here. It's not great. But he's getting DRS still from the cars in front. It's 1.4, 1.5 between the top two. They've not really had a fight the whole race. Liam's just had a bit too much, hasn't he? And Adam in P11, and he's not. Can you get Adam an invite, please, Justin, if you can?
Yeah, let's give it a go.
He should have a couple of spare, but he's not joined back. And there we go, he has now joined back anyways. He's still in P11 though. Right. So, yeah, Dylan and Shadows are staying out. I think they're going to go for a hard, soft strategy. And fastest lap from Sloth then. Look how close he's closed this gap. He's got the 3-second penalty low, which really could affect his battle if he does manage to get to Liam and the Parker. Oh, he's clipped a bit of that curb. He's got to be careful. And Adam's back in the session. Is he back in his car yet? He's not back in his car yet, unfortunately. And young Tommy's quite far down the road. And Adam's getting passed by Theo now. Such a shame for Adam. He hadn't crashed in quali. His race is looking really good. He's back in his car. Brilliant. He can chase up now on these fresh tyres to the end. I think it takes away the times every time someone leaves or joins the session. I think I've just noticed that. Wow, all these months, I've only just realised that. Cryptic Alibi's got a 3-second time penalty now though, so if Sloth was to get hold up, that wouldn't help Cryptic. However, he's got a bit of a gap to DT Bevs behind. But he's closing up as he's on the fresher, well, not fresher, but it is slightly fresher, but fresher and faster tyre, and Sloth's getting past Shadows down the inside then, and he takes the curb. There we go, that's where McKenty lost it. Sloth is more careful there. Sloth's going to be closing up to Dylan now then. Yeah, I think Dylan might be going for a hard soft strategy. He's still looking comfortable on those hards, he's not losing too much time. And yeah, he's staying out, he's got to be going for it, isn't he? Shadows, however, is now coming to pits. I'm not sure Softs will go to the end now. It'll be a really big risk if he goes for it now. And we see Adam now getting straight back past Fear for P11. Great move there. Shadows then, well, we can't go on board yet because Sloth's catching up to Dylan. Dylan's really doing Liam and the Park a big favour here, and Shadows is going for the Softs, so this will be interesting to see. First time we see Softs in the race apart from the 2 cars that started on him at the start, which were Bevs, who came in the pit straight away, and then the other one was Jawley, wasn't it? He didn't last long on them because of the safety car either. And Sloth's catching up with Dylan, and he still can't get past. Dylan doing an absolutely fantastic job, isn't he? Look at the amount of grip he's got, and Adam's getting past Shadows coming out the pits then. So Adam is back up into the points. P10 for Adam. He's got 7.5 seconds to close up to Tommy Lowe. And of course Shadows on these fresh softs as well. So Adam, Young Tommy, Jawley all got penalties. Young Tommy's catching up to Jawley. DT Bev's a bit of a battle on his own at the moment. 7.3 off P6 where Cryptic is, and Sloth's finally getting past Dylan down the inside where he got Shadows on the lap before. 3 seconds he's got to charge up now to Liam and the Parkter. And of course these tyres will wear off quicker, but he should have enough to the end easily for him to go pretty fast on them. He has got that 3-second penalty, so he needs to overtake the Parkter and clear him by 3 seconds, which is going to be really hard. And Young Tommy's getting past Johnny, and who's that flying into the wall? It's Young Tommy. He's avoided the wall. He's hit that same curb where the Parkter lost it. So Young Tommy, where McKenty lost it, he's avoided the wall though. So Young Tommy down to P9, and he's going to struggle in these hard tyres now. He needs to cool them down because they're going to be really dirty and hot as well. He's had to really brake on them. He's got to be careful. He's under big pressure now from Adam and Shadows. Shadows looking to get past Adam. Adam's now going to get DRS from Young Tommy. Shadows should have enough pace though. He's got the DRS, he's got the fresher tyres, he's got using his DRS. He gets past Adam as well, and I'm sure Young Tommy will let him through, his teammate being a reserve, pretty easily. So it looks like Shadows will be up in P9 in no time at all. Cryptic and Jake now catching up to Dylan too. Dylan's still going on his hard tyres. 23 laps, incredible effort from Dylan. I'm sure he's going to pit this lap though for the softs. He's done a fantastic job. Not sure why Dylan or Adam, none of them pitted under the VSC. They lost out a little bit from doing that. Of course Adam was out of the session as well. He probably lost about 5 or 6 seconds doing that, and there we go. Shadows getting past Young Tommy. He let him get past, didn't he? He let him go past, and now Shadows will be just asking Young Tommy to keep Adam behind, because of course Shadows might be slower at the end. McKenty's left the session, so he stayed with us for a while. Good to see. Yeah, like I say, I know Shadows on the fresh softs now. Oh, and Jake the Slayer. Oh no, it's because Dylan's in the pits. There we go. Dylan finally in the pits. He'll put the softs on. Adam's mediums will be quicker than Shadows' softs at the end of the race, you'd think. 10 laps on those softs can be difficult around it. Sloth gonna win this, saying serious much of a big call. He's not catching up too much, is he? It's 8 laps to go. He's not catching up much. He's got a 3-second penalty too. So he's got a lot of work to do. The final point though is looking good. Theo at the moment has got the final point. Where's Dylan coming out the pits? He's now coming out. He's going to come out behind the 2 Renaults, isn't he? Is he going to come out side by side of his teammate? And he lets Adam through. He's going to be quicker here, Dylan, than his teammate. Will Adam let him pass? We've got the 2 Renaults side by side. The 2 Red Bulls just behind side by side too. So Dylan at the moment will be Dylan and Theo both be in the points because of the penalties for Tommy and Adam, and Welsh Maldonaio's got another penalty as well. It's not the Great Oaks first. She's on 9 seconds of penalties now, as well as a drive through she had serve earlier, so I doubt she's going to be getting any points tonight. And Theo's now, we just said Theo will be taking the final point because he's got no penalties, but he's just got a 3-second penalty, and Young Tommy has now got 6 seconds of penalties, so that will really help Adam and especially Dylan, and Adam lets his teammate pass. Really good to see there. Dylan on these fresh softs then. And Adam's just hoping that Dylan can go and overtake these Renaults in front and get some decent points for his constructor. And Adam, of course, is well in the chance of points of his own. Alpha Fox getting past Ayrton's Ghost as well. Been a poor race for Alpha Fox and Ayrton again, isn't it, unfortunately? 2.3 between the top two. Liam's just had to pace the whole race, hasn't he? The Park has not been able to take the fight to him. I'm sure if it was another track he would be able to. And Liam's catching up, and yeah, the Alpha Fox and Ayrton are about to be lapped here, aren't they? So yeah, they're not long before they're getting lapped, unfortunately. Of course, Ayrton's is a ghost. He's been out of the session. That'll give Liam some DRS though, won't it? So yeah, he'll be able to pull away even further. He'll take that. Jake does that. Yeah, it's all even gaps now, isn't it? 2.2 between the top two, 2.1 between Departure and Sloth. Sloth is gaining, but not quick enough. 3 seconds back to Jake, 2.5 back to Cryptic, 7.6 back to Bevs. He's not been able to gain so much. Bev's best thing is definitely the racing, isn't it? Jawley's 5.7 further back with a 3-second penalty. Means that at the moment Shadows will take P7. Young Tommy's keeping within his DRS, and he lost it there though. And Dylan's now going to be closing up to these Renault, isn't he? He's not closed up as much as I thought he would though. And young Tommy's looking he's surprisingly keeping up to Shadows. Shadows will definitely be on that P7, as will Dylan. You want to get past young Tommy as soon as possible. He needs to get him within DRS range though. Yeah, a long way to go, saying KD in the comments. Yeah, and Dylan's just got DRS. I don't think Tommy just managed to creep in a DRS range to keep back up to Shadows. That will annoy Shadows, but he is closing up to Jawley as well. So Jawley's struggling at this stage, and there could be a few cars catching up to Jawley at the end of this race. And there we go. Sloth has gained time now. He's pulled it out the back, and he's going to have DRS here as well from the Ghost of the Alpha Fox. He might have got DRS from Ayrton on the straight, and now he's got more DRS. So this is really going to help Sloth. He's going to gain even more time. It's now just 1.3 between the Parker and Sloth. He's going to get there. It's 1.2 now after the braking zone. Well, yeah, late on the brakes though, so he's lost a bit of that now. But that's much closer, and the Parker has actually gained time on Liam too. Of course, it's not only getting past, which is going to be super hard around here for Sloth. He's got to pull away by 3 seconds. Oh, might have been a warning for that as well. Could be even more than that yet. Not got DRS though. He's not quite that quick. Not quite that close. 1.7 now between Jawley and Shadows, and Shadows is pulling young Tommy along with him, staying in his DRS. Dylan and Adam are there too, and Argentina's got another 3-second penalty. Theo's taking a funny line. I think he hit that curve a bit too hard there, and Argentina's now lost it as well. He's off the track. He's not had a good race tonight. Weren't best of quality in Q3, was it, for Argentina? Unfortunately, the race hasn't been great for him either. And Liam's left the session. No, the leader. Liam in the lead of the race has left the session. Justin, get him invites back as soon as possible. Yeah, Dylan's going down on Tommy, and he's going to lose the lead. Oh, Lepark's is going to take the lead. Get Liam an invite now. McKenty's saying, come on Liam, bring home them points, but he's lost the lead. And Lepark's has got in front.
Of you. I did send him an invite.
Sloth's getting in front as well. Liam down to P3. What has happened to Liam? It doesn't usually happen to him. Oh, and the Parker could have just fought. We said he's owed a bit of luck. I think the Parker's just got his last luck, isn't he?
I'm not on the friends list.
Welsh Maldonado catching up, and we'll quickly get Liam an invite. He should have a couple of spare anyway, but we need to get him back in. Come on, Liam, get back in. He just says he's in the main menu. Oh, I hope we can get back in. He's going to at least cling on for the podium, Liam. Come on. Welsh Maldonado getting past Fear for P12 then, and he has joined back, but when he comes back he'll be in P3, Liam. So there we go then. Such a shame for Liam, that is. Jake the Slayer is catching up to him now as well. Come on Liam, get back in that car, chase him back up. And Sloth then 1.1 behind the Parker. Hopefully the Parker can hold up Sloth to allow Liam to close back up. And Jake the Slayer's now past Liam as well. Liam's still not back in that car, is he? Argentina's got another 3-second penalty. Theo's in the pits, might be going for the fastest lap. Vintage and P15 there as well. Liam's still not back in the car. What he's got, he's back in the car now. Come on Liam, he can do this. Close back up. And yet the timing's disappeared because he joined back in the session. So impressed that it finally worked out why it does that. Not sure why it does it actually, but when it does it at least. Sloth got this, saying Sean Stallwood, serious mushroom. Yeah, McKenty jinxed it. Even still, P4 for Liam. Sloth for that free, he needs to get past Jake. I set the AI to higher than it should be on, so I'm not quite sure why the AI is going so slow when it comes out. Liam's catching up. Jake's 5 seconds back from Sloth. The only hope is for Liam is that Leparter can hold up Sloth when Sloth gets to him, which he very nearly is now in DRS range. As it stands, it's going to be Leparter, Sloth and Jake the Slave on the podium. Liam's closing back up to Jake the Slave.
Come on, Liam. That's unfair and that's horrible.
I don't like to be
that.
biased, but that is ridiculous when it just... The service is absolute rubbish. Welsh Maldonado's now in the pits as well. She's got loads of penalties. She's got no points to play for, so she's going to pit and go for the fastest lap, which would be at least a consolation after today's race. Yeah, Welsh Maldonado and Argentina both really not had the best of races today, have they? And it is just one of those tracks. And Shadders has not pulled away at all. Maybe he's saving his tyres for the end, because we know he's going to struggle on towards the end. Adam and Dylan there as well, though. They're still in 10th and 11th. Yeah, Welsh Maldonado comes out in P12. And this is the battle for the points, though. And Dylan is letting Adam past. He can't get past Tommy, so he's letting Adam back past. Again, really good team play. Dylan is just a reserve, so we know he'll be taking it extra easy. Same with young Tommy.
You can see Liam pushing it hard here. He wants that podium at least. He's going for it.
Of course, he's 8 tenths behind now off Jake the Slayer. Adam's getting past the Ghost of Air and lapping him now. And Dylan's just got a 3-second time penalty by losing time, going wide there, the Ghost, which is ridiculous. Lose time and get a penalty. Liam should have won, absolutely. Welsh Maldonado's got another 3-second penalty. We know she's just pushing it now for fastest lap. And yeah, Liam, come on, at least get the podium. I don't know why he's doing it, but the AIs were put on. You know, they're meant to be put on high now, and that's what we put them on. But it still seems like they're on 40.
Due to that.
He's lost the race. It's still full back anyway, but why does it keep kicking people?
He's got 2 laps.
Oh, he's late on the brakes there. Jake the Slayer, we know he's going to fight this hard though. We've seen Leparter have bad luck in the last couple of races. Race had a spin early on. It looks like he's got the best of the luck lately though today. He's in P1 with 2 laps to go. Sloth's just behind. He's not quite got DRS yet, but he's closing within a second now. Obviously, he weren't within a second when they crossed the line, and look how close he is getting. He's out of ERS, so Leparter's saving his ups. Sloth, of course, that 3-second penalty. So Leparter's looking really good, and Liam's really, really close to Jake the Slayer now. Cryptic, P5 looking really strong. Bev's has fallen back on these mediums. P6 is comfortably his. Jawley in P7, look. Shadders, young Tommy, Adam, all close behind. Let's have a look how many penalties they've got. You know, young Tommy's got 6. As Alpha Fox getting past Vintage, and Shadders is getting past DJ Jawley down for P7 then. Alpha, oh, and who's that in the gravel? Just saw someone dip a tyre in the gravel, not sure who it was. Jake the Slayer's got a 3-second penalty, so there we go. Liam will have that P3 if he just holds on there, but we want to go for it and chase up to Sloth, we know. And there we go, Rempo has set the fastest lap of the race, 1:16.58. And Shadders really, really struggling on these soft tyres now. Mate, he's just got past Jawley, so Jawley's struggling even more, isn't he? On these mediums, only 12 lap hold. Young Tommy's hard tyres holding out well, and Adam's on the freshest of the lot in the medium tyres, and he's looking good. This has been a fantastic battle in the midfield. Yeah, Dylan's backed off. I think he just wants his teammate to have that final point, because I'm sure Dylan would have the pace to at least close on to the back of this battle. And young Tommy's struggling there. Oh, and Adams really had to back off there. Did really well to avoid it there, but it's cost Adam time, and he's not going to be able to overtake either. Out of VRS too, but young Tommy will close back up, I'm sure. And Jawley can't get past Shadders. Still the same gap between Leparter and Sloth, about 6 tenths. Same between Jake and Liam. Jake really, really wants to hold on for this podium. Of course, with that penalty, he's not going to at this rate. It just takes Liam to get a penalty. And Leparter then, as we go for the final sector of the race. Here he goes, and the final couple of corners. Finally, he gets some luck, and he really. Such a shame for Liam. But at the end of the day, Lepata takes the race win. Then Sloth takes P2. Jake Deslayer is going to cross the line, which looks like P3, but he's not going to be because of the penalty. Oh, Liam lagged out. Liam does get P3. Liam lagged out. So yeah, Liam is. Oh, such a shame. Let's have a look at this battle down the back. Then we'll go for the order at the end. Adam, how many penalties has he got then? So it's 6 for Adam now, unfortunately. So he's not going to be getting any points. I wonder if Dylan's going to back out. Is he going to back out and let Adam take the point? No, he's not. He's going to take it for himself. So Dylan's up to He's up to P9 because of Young Tommy. Young Tommy again, because he lagged out, is put him further down than he should be. I'm pretty sure of that. He only had 6 seconds of penalty, so I don't know why it's put him so far back. Same case for Adam as well. So this is not the result here. We'll go through him in full when we get it all set up in a minute. Welsh Maldonado did get the fastest lap, I think, in the end. And Cryptic Alibi, yeah, he did get P5. Fantastic. I wonder who this is giving driver of the day to. Oh, or pay more for your net, yeah. Oh, such a shame. People lagging out. Yeah, Sloth driver of the day, P13 to P2. Fantastic race. Yeah, Liam, yeah, we know it's because you erred. We know that P3 is yours, absolutely. There we go, and Lepata on the top step of the podium. Confirmation then. So Lepata's P1, Sloth P2, Liam is in P3. We know that it just gave him extra time because he lagged out. So Liam P3, Jake P4, great effort. Cryptic Alibi P5, brilliant race. Bev's P6, Shadows P7. I'm not sure with Young Tommy and Adam as well because they're about 15 seconds further up. We'll have a look at when they crossed the line. But I think it was Shadows in P7, Geordie P8, 9th was Tommy, 10th was Dylan, and I think Adam was in 11th anyway. And then Welsh Maldonado P12 takes a point for fastest lap though. So at least there's some consolation to take after starting last. Theo 13th, Argentina 14th. Didn't have a great race today, unfortunately, but we know in this league it's just going to be 1 week it will be yours, the next week it might not be. In Alpha Fox, Vintage and Ayrton down the back. Ayrton, not sure why he didn't join back, not sure if it was an internet problem or not. Bradfield a DNF, through his wheel cocked up or whatever. But Kent, he hit that curb and went in the wall, and Cal Cohen with that first turn incident. It was a fantastic race. So many battles going on. And again, it's the whole way it was so much clean racing again. It was, apart from that, you know, first turn incident, which we'll have a look at what went on. Well, that's my invite to go and play pro clubs. Anyway, yeah, Lepata I don't think does interviews. I don't think Sloth does either. And then, not sure Liam would be too happy to talk to us either after that P3, after being lagged out either. So I think we will just leave it there. Anyway, again, fantastic race. Tomorrow is going to be the Premier League in Spain. And then next week for the Championship, I'm told it's going to be France as well. So, bit of a different track. One of my favourite tracks. Anyway, thank you all for watching. And we'll see you next week. Well, see you tomorrow for the Premier League. Good night.